Hello there. Good. Oh my. Good. Hello. Yes, Rev. Well, that's a sub to start things off. Hello. Good afternoon. Today's gone quick. I don't know how it's already like 6 p.m. It's wild. Rev. Hello. 39 months. I'll catch up in just a second. Hello. Tier 3 and 39 months. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the continued support, mate. And a tier blooming 3 as well. That's a way to kickstart the week, isn't it? What a way to get the week going. Hello all, how are we? Miranda's here, Subsonic is here, of course Rev is here, Dendarian is here, Jake is here, hello, welcome back. Chaos, good evening as well. Canonus, what is it, mate? Jack's triple, oh, I wish, mate, I wish. Benny's here as well. New Spawns is here. Robert's here. Striker. Lilo was the first one in today. Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Eclipse time soon out here. I know. Oh, actually, wait. I'll show you the screenshot that I got earlier on. I got a screenshot earlier on in the sim that looked quite nice. I was debating actually like doing some like some ops today with the Eclipse, but it's actually quite difficult to see in the sim unless you really zoom in. There you go. But it does exist in the sim. There's proof. That was a screenshot that I got earlier on. And if you like turn off bloom and lens flare, it's a little bit easier to see. But yeah, there you go. There is an Eclipse in MSFS. It does exist. I was messing around over Niagara Falls. So it does exist. It does exist. Yeah, I was debating doing some total eclipse ops today, but it's really difficult to see unless you really zoom in. Yeah, I thought I'd at least show the screenshot off. A French streamer is doing a showcase of the Fly-by-Wire 380, but I don't speak French, so I asked the Fly-by-Wire team if you can do it, and they seem encouraged by the idea. Wait, they're streaming... Wait, so are they actually flying the aircraft, this streamer? No, it look... Or are they actually flying the aircraft? Or are they... I'm confused. What are they actually doing on said stream, though? Streaming a stream of it? I'm confused. I don't know what I'm streaming. It's very risky restreaming something I don't know what I'm streaming. Interesting, but I don't know. Hornet as well. Hello, Jamie. Hornet, thank you very much. God, 84 freaking months. No way. No way on earth, really. How many months? Wait, no. That's years now. That's 7 years, isn't it? Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, cheers, cheers for the 7 years, Hornet. What an anniversary sub that is. Goodness gracious. Oh, wait, I asked if you could fly in the... Well, no, I obviously understand if I can't fly the thing. So, wait, so there's developers going on and they're streaming it. What, right now? I'm not going to change my plans right now at this second. It's a little bit short notice. Maybe I could reach out to them and do something at another time. But it's a little bit short notice to just completely change everything now last second for something that I don't really know what I'm doing about. Awesome of you to check Canonus, and I would absolutely be interested in something. I just need to kind of work out what specifically it is. Thank you all for tuning in. Hello, good afternoon, happy Monday. How are we all? We all good? We all had a good day so far? It's Monday, so back to work, back to another streaming week. And I was debating what to do today. As I say, I was like, we could try and do some stuff around the eclipse, but unless you really zoom in on the moon, you can't really see it in the sim. So I just kind of, I was like, let's do something else. And I realized that you folks know what I'm like. For so many months, years, I was going on about the fact that I was desperate to get a good Cairns scenery in Australia, in MSFS. And then, of course, Time Models released it. And I hadn't, so there was me going on about this Cairns scenery and how desperate I was to get a good Cairns in the sim. And then one released a couple of months ago and I've not touched it. So we're changing that today. We're changing that today. So we're doing some Bonza kind of real world ops. This airline actually only operates 737 Maxes, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, we don't have one of those yet in the sim of decent quality anyway. So we're doing a Bonza flight anyway out of Cairns. I'm very excited for it. Yeah, it's been a good day so far, though, actually. It's been a good day. Recorded and edited a video. What else? Yeah, just various things work-wise. Like, Monday's usually quite a bit of an admin day at work. Catching up on emails and things from over the weekend and stuff. So, yeah, it's nice. It wouldn't be immediate. I just asked if the... Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, that's fine, mate. No, that's very kind of you. Do you think we'll have the 777 by across the pond? Your guess is as good as mine, mate. Honestly, I've got no idea. Absolutely not a clue at all. Epic's here as well. After an experience recently, I now have some less than positive opinions on some VATSIM UK staff. Oh, dear. Mags here. Hello. Good to see you. Chewy, are you flying real time? I'm not flying real time. I've forwarded it a little bit. So we're just before sunrise. Yeah. A time model, double T sceneries are usually a bit questionable in my opinion, but this one is actually quite nice. Yeah, like the quality's not unbelievable, but quite frankly, to be honest with you, I don't care. I just desperate for Cairns scenery. Rick, 61 months. It's the third sub of the day and of the week as well. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers for 61 months with the Prime, my friend. Goodness me, that's 5 years and an extra month on top. How's about that? To the one and only. Hello. Mag's asking about the solar eclipse. I'll actually leave the screenshot up. Yes, this was a screenshot that I got earlier on in the sim. I was working with Jane earlier on. I don't know if they're putting out some sort of post with the solar eclipse. Oh, Becca's trying to call me. Shall I answer whilst I'm on video call? Hi, you're live in front of however many viewers. Please do not swear. Oh. Hello. Sorry, you've timed that rather badly. Hello. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so you 2 seconds, chat. Sorry, I thought that was a good opportunity. Becca video called, but obviously I'm live. Yeah, so, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I was working with Jane earlier on and she said, hey, can you check to see if you can, like, load in somewhere where the path of the solar eclipse is going to be and see if it works. And there it is, it does. So, this was at Niagara Falls and I was messing around with the time and you have to zoom all the way into the sun to actually see it. It's really difficult otherwise, but you can see it. So there is the eclipse there. It is modelled in MSFS. Esther, all approved. Vegas, here we come. I should apply for my Esther. Becca, let's actually make sure that you've got the tickets yet. We're still waiting on a response from somebody to make sure that you're actually... that's being sorted. But yes, Becca is coming to Vegas. Heck yeah. Becca is coming to Vegas. Although that's a reminder I do need to renew my Esther. So thank you, Jamie. Glad you got it sorted though. Does it burn your computer screen if you point the camera at it for too long? Yeah, that's it, actually. ATC Mentor did an awful job at mentoring them. Blame me for making mistakes and refusing to explore. Just, yeah, you can give feedback and sort it, mate. But don't judge it just on one person, mate. Specky, hey, 66 months, 5.5, goodness me, years. Thank you, mate. 4th sub to get us going. I think we missed out on a hype train. Oh, no, it says a hype train is close. So... whether one will start or not, I don't know. Thank you, mate. After 5.5 years. That's wild, man. Some of these sub lengths are ridiculous, honestly. Cheers for the 5 years. I got a reply and was probably best to use other. Okay, we'll sort it out later. I'm live now. Anyway, but yes, anyway. Hello. Flammable's here as well. Good to see you. Lamborghini's here. You just updated your sim brief. Oh, nice. Anyway, so... yeah, so today, this is what we're flying. Let's talk about today. Who's on YouTube? Alan's on YouTube. Hello. And Incarnate's over there on YouTube as well. Hello. So this is the flight we're going to do. Today we're operating Bonza flight 913 out of Cairns to Rockhampton. It's, as I say, it's such a silly me thing. I've been so excited for Cairns scenery for ages, and then it released and I haven't flown it. Literally no excuse, but hey, here we are. So it's about an hour and 15 minutes there and an hour and 15 minutes back. I looked at the meta, and the visibility into Rockhampton wasn't exactly favourable. So I've taken a little bit of extra fuel with us today. And I've also made sure I know what our alternate definitely is and stuff today. So it could be quite interesting weather into Rockhampton. And then if you've never seen the Cairns scenery before, I mean, even if the airport scenery isn't amazing, the departure and the approach are insane here. They are so good. So that's what we're going to fly today. As I say, yeah, about an hour and 15, hour and 10 minutes either way. Should be some nice flights to get the week started. Thought it'd be a good rotation to get us going. Are you slipping already? Slipping? What do you mean? I've flown into Rocky many times. The mum lives... Oh, really? Oh, there you go, Doug. Hey, nice. Oh, brilliant. Well, we got some locals then who know the area. Right, let's jump in. Let's get going. Let's get going. I want to get started. I want to get flying. So, yeah, we're kind of doing realistic ops, but not totally realistic ops in a way. This aircraft is a 737 MAX in real life. Bonza, as I say, I'm pretty sure they just operate 737 MAXs. We don't have a 737 MAX, but I didn't want to stop it from me actually doing this this route because it's quite a nice one. So we're in Victor Hotel, Uniform Juliet Tango today. In the Bonza paint scheme. And yeah, this is the scenery. Look at the timing in the sim. We're not flying on real time today. I've set it kind of like a sunrisey time. So this is the Thai Models Cairns, which, yeah, I mean, I bought, it was on sale. I think it was about 15 Great British pounds on sale on Orbeck Central. That's where I picked it up from earlier on today. And it's not bad. Yeah, it's got nice little details. You know, it's kind of like standard stuff that we would expect in good quality sceneries now. It's got custom ground markings everywhere. It looks like it's got all the, you know, proper markings for the actual stands here in Cairns, which is quite an interesting one. We've got ground clutter. Looks like the night lighting's pretty good as well. I'm always a big fan of when you've actually got aprons that are nicely lit. And there are some elements of interiors as well. Not everywhere, and they're not totally detailed, but they're enough. They give you a little bit of a sense of it actually being an airport. So it's all right. It's not too bad scenery at all. It's you know, it's fine by my reckoning. You can see the runway lighting and stuff like that over there. But the real highlight for Cairns isn't actually really necessarily the airport itself. It's just everything around it. The departures and the arrivals in and out of here are just some of my favourite in the sim. And I've not done them for years. In fact, I think the last time I probably did Cairns was during a world flight, maybe. It's been ages. It's surrounded by awesome terrain. You can see we've got the... oh, this is weird because I'm so used to seeing how amazing this place is in other sims. And now seeing it in MSFS, it's like on another level. You can see the water and everything like that. And yeah, it's just beautiful. Some of the approaches over the top of the terrain, guiding you in. It's a really special place. It's definitely on my bucket list of places I would love to visit in real world. It looks awesome. So there we go. Did you see Vueling is back at Heathrow? I didn't see that. Yeah. You had so much fun in the MD. Yeah, I saw you were flying the MD earlier. I managed to see your landing back into Linate. It was Linate, wasn't it? I knew it was Milan. I think it was Linate. I saw that approach back. I haven't flown that Mad Dog for ages. It actually inspired me. I might have to give it another go. I heard Australians describe Cairns as like the Luton of No way, really? I hope not. Crystal, hello, good to see you. Much better than the Barca one. Oh no, did it not go well? Right, let's go and get the day started, shall we? Let's go and get things set up. I'm going to do GSX and weights and stuff first. Oh, something's missing. Something is missing. Where is that? It's in MDG setup, aircraft, equipment. Something is missing from here that's rather important. Where is it? Why is it such a faff? Flight tablet. There we go, on page 16. There we go. There we go. Right, so if we go and request the data from SimBrief. There we go. We'll just go and get that stuff going. And then I'll go straight into the CDU and just do weights and balance so that we can get the day started. In fact, we won't do fuel. So if I go back to ground services, I quite like doing the fueling like through the CDU and stuff. So what's the fuel we're going to need today? We're going to want to take... We're taking quite a lot, actually, specifically for the reason of the weather. And in case we need to divert. So the block fuel is 8561. We'll just go 8,500. Right, so that should be sorted in a moment. And then the zero fuel weight's there. And then we'll go into here. And then if we just do a flight plan request, it should get it through. So we can just set the payload. Sim brief payload set. And then we'll get GSX going for boarding. And we'll start to actually set up the aircraft. Good! There we are. And then if I go all the way back, the fuel truck should be attaching now as well. There we go. Oh, we're starting to see some nice colours in the sky now. Oh, look at that! That looks good. Oh. How's everybody's day been so far, though? Did we all have a nice weekend? I haven't asked any of you yet. How was everybody's weekend? I had the most lovely weekend. I really did. So I went over to Becca's on Saturday morning, and we pretty much went straight back out again. And those of you who will have seen my Instagram story will have seen. We went to Winchester, which is the city that I went to university in. So obviously brings back lots of memories of my studies there, and visited loads of places that I haven't been for a while. Went back into the cathedral, which was the first time I'd been in the cathedral since my graduation. So that was really nice. What's the cruising altitude? 350. And yeah, it was a really nice day. So we had a long day out in Winchester on Saturday. And then, what else did we do? And then yesterday was Becca's mum's birthday. So we went out for a meal with Becca, my mum, Becca's mum, and her husband as well, which was a really nice meal. And then we came back and chilled out, really. I posted it on my Twitter as well yesterday, but in an attempt to not spend my entire life in front of a screen, especially on days when I'm not working, I'm getting back into reading. I used to read a lot. I used to do a lot of reading of books, all sorts of things. And I haven't done anything for ages, so I've spent a lot of this weekend reading, actually, and it's been really nice. On a holiday in Paphos. Oh, very nice. Did you visit? Oh, yeah, Thug. Well, it's weird. I go to Winchester, and even though I graduated there in 2016, Thug, I'm always, like, wondering whether I'll see somebody that I know or something like that. But, yeah. Chloe's off to Canada. KLM business. Ooh. Kids had competitions all weekend, so I drove a lot and got me. Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, though. When are you going to put the flight sim on the shelf and focus on the latte art? I know, I need a, shall I do a coffee live stream? I'm kidding. I need to do some more focusing on my latte art. I sent details to your Discord chat and a message link to the dev team member. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thanks, Canonus. Yeah, I'll have a look. Right, let's have a look at the flight plan then, just whilst we've kind of got stuff going. So again, we're Bonza flight 913 today on the 8th of April. Cairns to Rockhampton in the 737. I slightly got the reg wrong, but it's fine. Cost index. I chose quite a high cost index today. I'm not hanging around. I hate politics on YouTube says, I wish I could fly Boeings. I'm hopeless with the systems. I can only fly Airbuses. I'm on holiday right now from Sheffield and I'm in Seattle. Oh, well, if you're in the home of Boeing in Seattle, you've got to come back and learn. So zero fuel weight 59.7, takeoff weight 68 tons, landing weight 64.4. We're pretty heavy on the landing weight today because we're taking extra fuel. We're cruising flight level 350 for an hour and 15 minutes flight time. That's only going to take about 3,500. However, I'm taking an extra ton. Actually, I'm taking an extra 1.5 tons. Just for the factor of the weather wasn't looking amazing in Rockhampton, so I just wanted to take a bit extra. We're not paying for the fuel, so who cares? So 8.5 tons, which is coming on the aircraft now. Mackay's our alternate today. Expecting 1.5 for departure out via Akron, and then 1.5 for arrival as well via Abvas today. So we'll double check all of that later. Mange, very well. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Welcome. Capitano's here as well. Hello. I'm going to invest in a custom-built PC for MSFS. I have a recommended specs for a PC, but I have no knowledge of PC. Is there anywhere I could show you and get your opinion? You can either just like take a screenshot of the full specs together if you've got a list of it and post it, or you can use a website like PC Part Picker and send the link to that build. Hello, everyone. I have terrible FPS drop in drone cam. Ooh, don't know. Flying your legs with your girlfriend's first flight to Guangzhou from Heathrow, then weekend to... Oh my god, then to Sydney. Goodness. Last night I was talking to friends from a different part of the country and it turned out they knew a guy from a house... Oh, it's weird, isn't it? It's such a small world when you have things like that. Yeah, I've had that stuff before. Right, let's go and have a look at the METAR here. So the winds are completely calm. What's it looking like in... Oh, it's actually got better now. Oh, okay. It was... 4,000 meters viz earlier, but it looks like it's fine now. So, I mean, it's about as good a conditions as you can get really here in Cairns. The wind's 0, 0, 0 at 0. Temperature 25, dew point 24, QNH 1007. Let's stick that in. Hey, Shokiev! Hello, my friend. It's 28 months. Welcome back with the Prime. Thank you, bud. Hello, hello. Oh, yes. Happy Monday. If there is such a thing as a happy Monday, I always try to make it a determined effort to make sure Monday's a happy one. I know lots of people don't like Mondays. Oh, hello there. Wingtip clearance is not assured. Hello there. We've got a Jetstar friend who spawned with us. Oh, look at the views in the sim now that it's starting to... Oofed. Oh, it looks so good. Honest. Oh! Sorry, I just had a... That's what you call a simgasm. Oh my. Oh, that would... In the greatest of respects to this lovely Jetstar aircraft, I'm just going to log off for a moment so that I don't have a 787 clipping my wing, so I can take a screenshot here. That looks ridiculous. Look at that. Thanks again, Shotkiev. 28 months. Really good to see you, buddy. And then we've got Duncan. Hey, 73 months. Some of these are ridiculous. There we go. Right, one more screenshot and then I'll log back on. Actually, no, that's not a good screenshot. I am very well, Duncan. How are you? 6 years and an extra month on top, just to, you know, really spice up life, hey? Mate, thank you. 73 months. All is good here in the Chewy sphere. Yeah, all is good. I had a nice weekend, feeling nice and refreshed. There we go. Good day at work today. It's the Masters this weekend. Oh, and also as well, chat. I forgot about this. There is a very good chance of an overnight long haul on Friday night. With a Saturday landing. Becca's got a training thing at work on Saturday morning. So Friday night, we might do an overnight long haul with a landing on Saturday morning. I wish it was in the 777. I wish it was. Unfortunately, I know just the same as you folks. Genuinely, I've not heard a peep out of Rob. I even sent him a Happy Easter thing, and the app that we use is like it's all turned off, so I don't even think he's got that message. Right, so flight plan request, we'll go and grab that and we'll select the route. Being so busy at unis, haven't been around in the stream much. Oh, well, thank you for keeping the sub going and keeping the support going, my dude. I hope uni's going well. It's always weird when I go back to Winchester and, you know, and go back to you know, where I studied and everything like that. It's really weird. It's nice in a way because, you know, so much has changed since my university days. Other things have stayed the same. But it was nice. Right, runway 15 for departure out via Akron, aren't we? So departure 15, Akron 1, execute you. I don't know if that's what they actually used. Oh, yes, it is. This departure. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm like a kid at Christmas now that we're back in Cairns. And then arriving, it's an Abvas 1 arrival. Wait, oops. Oh, shoot. Oh, what have I clicked? Yeah, no, that is right. Abvas 1 on an RNAV runway 15. And where's it from? It will take us to Basob. Execute, and that should be our route. Great. Flight deck pictures of it look great. Yeah, I mean, it looked awesome at FS weekend. Saw you back in Winchester the other day on Insta. Bet it brought back lots of memories. Yeah, it's weird. Like, my degree feels like a lifetime ago, but then I go back to that place and feel like it was yesterday. So, yeah. Solar eclipse in MSFS? Yeah, it does exist. I took a screenshot earlier for work. There it is. That's the solar eclipse at Niagara Falls earlier on. It does exist. Right, so zero fuel weight, 59.7. Correct. Cost index, we're going right up at 30. We're cruising flight level 350 today. The reserves on our flight plan, I'm just going to whack these in from here. So we've got FinRes plus alternate of 3.1 here. Cruise winds, we'll actually load some proper winds in, but there's 275 at 30. And it says the transition altitude out of here is 10,000. Which is correct. Who have we got? Jeremy, and it's 80 months. Oh my goodness. Boulder, if you're going to do it, you'll need to zoom all the way into the sun, otherwise you won't see it. Thank you, mate! 8 years with Chewy Maths. Wait, that's not quite. 8 years is 8 years is 84 months, is it not? No, wait, 8 years is 6 years is 72 months. 7 years is 84 months. You're just winding me up, aren't you? It's Chewy Maths, so yeah, that's, well, you can see with my lack of skill it is. Right, what's our initial climb today? God knows. We'll keep it at 10,000. I'm going to make sure our bank angle is all the way over. Right, warning, runway 15. Do not delay turn to 030 due to high terrain. So, either when we're above 400 feet or at the end of the runway threshold, we need to swing it left to 030. When we're tracking 030, it's a max 190 knot speed restriction, minimum 25 degrees of bank. Then we've got to spin it at 080 outbound from the Cairns, VOR above 4,000, and then we swing down to the south to Akron. It's a pretty spicy departure, but it's very good fun. So what I'll do is I'll whack 030 into there. We'll keep 10,000 in, and then we'll go and do some takeoff performance. Good, so import from the OFP, runway 15, and we're going to go and cut the runway length because we want to go from the intersection today. So we'll see if we can go from Bravo 2. So let's just see if we can get the information. So from Bravo 2, it's 2,545. 2545. That just saves us backtracking. That's all correct. Flat 5 rating. Yes. Import from aircraft. Import the weather. 1007. Calculate. There we go. So TO1, 33, 142, 143, and 149 it is today. So I'm just going to put that into the aircraft. That's 5. And then it's, yeah, so the speeds in the aircraft agree. 142, 143, and 149. We're going to do a wind request as well. I think that's why it's Chewy Maths. It must be. It's already confused me. You had me straight away. Good. Okay then, folks. Oh, I'm so excited for this. You have no idea. We'll go and load cruise wind uplinks. And we'll go and do the descent forecast uplinks as well. Load. There we go. Looking good. Execute that. And then the only other thing that I want to do is I'm just going to delay the acceleration. Just 3,000. Just to make sure that we yeet it out of here, I guess. Right. So that's going to mean that the box is set up. Departure set up. MCP's good to go pretty much. I'm going to get the APU going, chat. And we're pretty much ready to get this show on the road today. Sky Screams here. Hello. Good to see you. Lilo did a... oh God. I didn't even remember all of those. LIEE. Where's that again? Is that... it's not Cagliari, is it, or something? Can't remember. Lawrence. Hey, 23 months. Hello there. And Green Dot is here. Hello as well. Good to see you all. Welcome, friends. Good timing. We're not far from being able to go. Good afternoon. Wow. Got any cold feet? I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. Hope it goes well, mate. Right, so we're going to push back most likely because of the other traffic with nose facing to the north. Exit the ramp at Charlie 3, Bravo, Bravo 2. We don't require the backtrack today. Runway 15 departure. We've already kind of briefed it. We literally yeet ourselves to the left. Outbound 030, kind of over the shoreline. And then we've got to be above 4,000 outbound of the radial 080 from Cairns. And then we turn to the south. The views should be ridiculous. That's our departure today. And then we'll make our way down the east coast. Cagliari. I did get it right. Hey. I'm actually impressed with myself. Good. So, we, I think, are pretty much ready to close up doors and get ready to go. What I will do... I will just make sure we've transferred the power over to the APU now. So if I go and call GSX to prepare for pushback. And then we'll go and release everything in here. Are you using the MS Store version or Steam? I'm on Steam. People seem to be saying get the Steam version over MS Store. Honestly, there is very little difference between the two. I'm on Steam though. In terms of like when updates go live and everything, when we push an update to you, they should all go out at the same time.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
That's a very English voice. I'm going to leave the centre fuel pumps. Right, hydraulic can come on now. We'll stick the APU bleed on. Get rid of the wheel well. Anti-collision light can go on. That's all looking fine. And we'll go and stick the transponder on as well. So the squawking mode Charlie. And yeah, then we're looking good.
Locking gear.
Let's put that back on the legs page. Double check that all the doors are closed, which they are. So I'll put the chime on. Cool. Apparently MS locks some of the files, which means things like reshade are a no-go. I mean, you shouldn't ever need reshade anyway, in my opinion. We want tail south, don't we? We want tail south. Oh, that other person's gone without any notification, so... I've not said anything on Unicom, so I guess I won't either.
All engines clear. Start at will.
What was I going to say? Let me just get the trim. There we go. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think there's any need for reshade personally anyway in the sim. However, if you do want to use it, I believe there is a way you can use reshade on Microsoft Store. I think it's more of a faff than Steam, but there's a way of you doing it. Yeah, reshade just causes so much instability for me. I've just got a couple of small NVIDIA filters on, which took like 2 seconds. Although, actually, that being said, they might not be in, because I've just... Yeah, they're actually not in at the moment, because I did a clean install the latest graphics drivers earlier, so I need to put those back in. Right, okay, so packs off for engine start switch to the right, and we're spooling up. Let's go. Can anybody do me a massive favour and just put ! filters in the chat? Please. Get some fuel in. Oh, thank you. And then I always forget to do that. We timed this pretty well with that sunrise. That looks beautiful. Are we going to fly the BAE 146 this week? If I can find some spare time to actually review how to fly the thing again. The UNS 1 seems pretty self-explanatory, but I've completely forgotten how to operate the aircraft, I won't lie. So, looks like it does want the center pumps on, so we'll turn them on. Have you done the DLSS version change? No, I haven't tried it yet. Has anybody else given it a go? Be interesting to see feedback from you folks and see what you're thinking of it. Right, parking brake is set. So we'll go and start engine number 1. Actually, what I could have done is... It's a bit late now. I could have done the thing with the packs where we get some air conditioning going in the cabin. I did it and didn't see any difference. Fair enough. Good evening, Dan. Hello, hello. How are you?
Unlocking gear.
Right, so let's get my filters. I'm just going to do my NVIDIA filters super quickly, chat, so please forgive me.
Tow truck disconnected.
So,
Bypass pin removed.
add a filter, color. Oh my god, that looks weird. So I go 35, 21-ish. It doesn't really have to be exact. And then brightness and contrast. Oh, I can't see it. Brightness and contrast. Exposure -10. Contrast 15. Highlights -40. Shadows -10. And I think the gamma's 0. There we go. That's all I've got. Anti-faff. Right, looks like Gary gave us the thumbs up with the bypass pin, and we've got 2 good engine starts. So, take the APU off the buses, switch the APU off, ground start switches to continuous, probe heats on, packs on, isolation valve to auto, APU bleed off. You still find DLSS too fuzzy, so sticking with TA8, fair enough. What texture pack? I think it's literally just one that you can find on flightsim.to. I can't even remember like where specifically, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to do a quick flight control check. Flaps are coming down to 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just on flightsim.to. I can't remember even what category, but it should be easy to find. Good, Dan. Glad you're well, mate. Right, so that is set. We are good for taxi. Let's go. Hey, Michael, 83 months. I'm not too sure what the 787's doing. They just sat on the threshold of the runway like a lemon. Thank you very much. 83 months. Hello. Very well. How are you, mate? Can't wait for you to show us the 777. Oh, I mean, I've got no idea if/when I'll be showing it to you. Just because I've received things pre-released before from PMDG does not guarantee that I will again. I did text Rob and just wish him a happy Easter because I hadn't spoken to him for a little while. But the messaging app that we use wasn't even like, it didn't even show his account connected, so I don't know if he's still using it or not. But yeah. Hey, I'm still getting these trees, or maybe I'm wondering, are the trees all over the runway? All over the... This used to be a bug, didn't it? Oh, and they've just scraped the tail. You know, we had... At Fort Lauderdale, we had trees on a stand. At K-Rick the other day, at Richmond we did, and now we do here. I don't know. I wonder. I'm not too sure. Because that used to be a thing, and then I swear it was fixed. But I don't know. You've got trees everywhere at ESSA as well. Roger. I had not seen anybody report it on the forums or anything. Otherwise, I'd have escalated it straight away today. Mash, hello. 42 months. That's 3.5 years. My goodness. I'm assuming you don't use AccuSeason. I've got rid of it. But maybe I should activate it again. Hey! Oh, congratulations, man. That's incredible. Study for a funded PhD as well. You must be absolutely over the moon. Congratulations, mate. Yeah, well, I was using Rex AccuSeason, and then I thought it was creating some issues with ground tiles, so I restored to default. Maybe that could be it. Right, lights on there, strobes are on, that's all on, we're good to go. Thank you so much again. 42 months, 3.5 years. Congratulations, mate. And maybe that's why the trees are seeming overly tall again, because they've gone back to the default trees. Maybe I need to reinstall AccuSeason. I don't even know what the best settings for AccuSeason. Okay, so again, just to review, before the end of the runway or above 400 feet, whichever is first, it's a left turn 030 degrees. We shouldn't accelerate until we're quite far around. I don't have this issue and I never used AccuSeason. I don't know. You could just use the vegetation part of AccuSeason without the terrain. Oh, cool. That's definitely what I'm going to do then. Right, let me just pause the alerts, everybody. Is this a rotation? Incarnate says, yes, it is. Sorry, I've got YouTube on my other PC. I don't know if I like having the chat there. Where can we get your updated settings? On my website. Those are my settings. Right, let's get this underway. Here we go. Get that armed. I love it when it does that. There we go. Adam's on YouTube as well. Hello, Adam. Good to see you. Right, thrust set. Checked. Go. Don't want to go too much. There we go. Okay, gear up. LNAV. Oh, baby. I'm already excited for the arrival later. Should have made that turn earlier, but I don't care. Need to get that bank angle going, don't I? Look at the views with the sun. That looks incredible. Let's just watch the speed as well. Pitch for about 15 degrees. That's fine. Overshot the turn there because I've been too busy just enjoying the views, but again, do I care? Is this real time? No, no, no. You can see the time in the sim there. So it's a couple of hours ahead. Right, let's stick the autopilot in because that's the fun turn. And we can go and look out the window now. Was there a speed restriction? Max 190 knots until tracking 030, which is what we've done. So I don't know if I can... okay, we'll do it until we get that intercept there. We'll just hold. Look at this view. You wait until we do the arrival back as well. So we're obviously climbing like a bit of a rocket at the moment because we've not sped up. When we start this turn, I'm hoping it will start to speed us up though. Getting blinded a bit by the sun. There we go. Now it's picked it up. So rate of climb's going to drop back. We'll go flaps 1. And enjoy the views out the window. Sorry chat if I've missed any messages. Adam's been locked out of Twitch. Oh dear. At least you're on YouTube. Hey, flap 0. Yeah, we're a couple of hours ahead. We're what, like 3 hours ahead of real time, I think? There's the airport. Okay, so auto brake off, landing gear off, some of the lights off, engine start switches can go off as well. We'll clear ourselves all the way up to 35 now. And then we'll set standard. And go and match our heading up. So we've got standard sets once, twice, 3 times. I might as well take off the rest of the lights. There's no harm in it. And there we go. Oh, that was everything I wanted in a Cairns departure. It's so good to finally be back here in the sim. Oh, Adam. Oh, I don't know. You might be able to contact Twitch support and there may be a way around it. We actually had some good success today. So we realised ages ago, but Papa Chewy used to use... have you ever heard of a service called QuickBooks? He used to use it for his tax stuff for his businesses. And we realised not long after he passed that the subscription was still going out. And then quite honestly, both me and Mama Chewy completely forgot about it. And recently, Mama Chewy and I have been kind of like reviewing like subscriptions, and you know, we actually realised that both of us have been playing for Netflix separately and stuff, which you know, it just kind of happens. You don't even realise it. And we realised that this QuickBooks subscription that Dad used to have was still going out of a bank account. So we've been paying for it for 4 years without it being used. And we rang up their customer support and they were actually really good with it, and they managed to cancel it like straight away, and they even gave us a year's refund because they could see that there was no activity on the account whatsoever. They didn't even need any proof of anything, and they gave us a year's refund. Obviously we would have liked to have seen the whole thing refunded, but I guess it's our own fault for not getting it sorted earlier. I'll take the blame on that one. But yeah, they gave us a whole year's refund, which was very kind of them. So I've never used them for anything, but based on their customer support today, I was very impressed, actually. Very impressed. So all credit to them where it's due. Give them a little shout out on stream, I guess. Oh, really, Outcast? Oh, were they terrible? Oh, they were really good. Well, the first person was rubbish, so we just said, no, we want to speak to somebody else, please. And then everybody else we spoke to was brilliant. They even rang us back later this afternoon. Hello, it's Lav. Lav? Were you online on VatSim the other day? Hey, nice. Thank you, mate. Happy 15 blooming months to the one and only Lab99. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you are well. Lab, were you online on VatSim the other day with an interesting call sign? Because there was somebody with your first name. I was logged on as a sup for a bit, and somebody got walloped with an interesting call sign, and I just wondered if it was you. It might have been complete coincidence. Right, music's going on. We're on our way. Very good. But yeah, they were really good, and they rang us back to say, yeah, it's all fine, blah blah blah. Anyway, do you think the Max is going to be an expansion or a whole other aircraft? I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see how much PMDG rely on the 737 architecture that they've already got to make the Max. I would have thought they will lean on what they've already got with this aircraft quite a lot. Because Boeing did, so why shouldn't they? But I don't know whether it'll be like an expansion to this or whether it'll just be its own like base product, you know, from itself. I think it'll just kind of follow in suit from what they've already done in the sim, right? Like, you know, at the moment, you can purchase the 600, the 700, the 800, and the 900 completely separately from one another, without needing to get any of the other variants. So I imagine it would just be the same. Yeah. Definitely not you? Okay. I didn't know, but I'm glad it wasn't. Are eclipses visible in MSFS? So they are, but only to a certain degree. So this was me earlier on in the sim at Niagara Falls. And you can see the moon kind of like moving. If you change the time, you can see how much of an eclipse it actually makes. So this was at Niagara Falls earlier on. The only thing is that it's quite difficult to see with lens flare and bloom turned on. And I had to zoom in quite far with those turned on to be actually able to see the eclipse. It doesn't necessarily like darken everything, but yeah, it does actually do it, and you'll see the moon move, you know, with the time of the day as well. So yeah, you can do it. I was having to play with it earlier on, actually. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Dan, the official Airbus pilot now, coming in with even more Boeing jokes. Why can I see it right now flying over Europe? Good question. No idea. No idea. Is PMDG doing all the Max variants? I don't think they've even released that enough information for us to know. After going by past last year, some companies even made a faff out of it and didn't even want to cancel some contract unless he signed it. Oh, some companies are awful. Yeah, Michael, some of them are absolutely awful. So the first person that we dealt with QuickBooks today said that they couldn't help us because of GDPR related things, to which we went back to them and said, you need to go and check up your GDPR laws because they don't work when somebody's passed away. But they had no idea what they were talking about at all. So we just did the typical thing of when you've got somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about and just said, we'd like to speak to somebody else, please. And the next person was really good. So, yeah. But it happens. So they are doing all the variants. Nice. Yeah, honestly, I would love to see them do all of them. Yeah, I would love to see them do all of them. Right, have I taken the seatbelt signs out? No, let's do that. And when's our ETA? Oh, nice. It's pretty much on the hour. So, 1900 UTC, chat. That's our ETA. So, 8 PM UK time. That's nice, because that'll give us a nice quick turnaround and then flight back out. Beautiful. Lots of companies quote GDPR without actually understanding how it works. Yeah. I'll never forget when, I think it was, I don't want to go into it because obviously memories and stuff, but I'll never forget when O2 said that they couldn't cancel Papa Chewy's like £60, £70 a month contract for the SIM and the phone that he had because they physically needed to see a death certificate in a shop, but everywhere was closed because it was the middle of lockdown. So you're like, how can we physically present you a death certificate when we're all in lockdown and none of your shops are open and we're not allowed to leave the house? So that was a bit of a battle. But, yeah, we won't go into that. We won't go into that. I assume no Max 10 as that isn't even certified yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, not a clue. Not a clue. I'm starting to get excited for Vegas now, though, chat. I really am. I need to do my Esther, and then I need to book Becca's flight. And then, yeah, we're good. Hotel is booked. And flights are booked. It's a bit of a pain. I'm having to fly out of Gatwick and on a 777 instead of Heathrow on an A350. But the price difference with tickets were just... like, they weren't even slightly close. They were polar opposites. So, you know, I'm paying for... if I went out of Heathrow, I would be paying just for myself what I'm now paying for both me and Becca out of Gatwick. And as I say, I might even be working there still, so, you know, I might not have to worry about that element, but yeah. What's your opinion on the 777-9? I think it looks gorgeous, mate. It's gorgeous. PMDG have a pretty good relationship with Boeing, so they should be able to get the necessary data. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it? Honestly, I'd love to know. I've never really thought about this. Like, just for third-party developers. I'm not talking about, you know, first-party developers or second-party developers, as we say. You know, like, I don't know if this is the official terminology, but it's how I class it. So, like, if you think about the Anybuilds A320neo V2, I class that as a second-party product because it was a third-party developer making it to be released under a first-party name. So, you know, I'd put it in the middle. But it'd be very interesting for third-party developers. I'd love to know, like, how many of them have been able to get more information out of aircraft manufacturers or things like that. Because of, like, you know, the Microsoft tag we're making this from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do you know what I mean? We know the likes of, like, Gulfstream, just a flat no on everything. They just hate Flight Simulator in general and will never allow anybody to make any of their aircraft. But it would be interesting to know. It might not have any impact whatsoever, but yeah. Yeah, that's it, Michael. That's it. As Dev's here, hello, my friend. Good to see you. Dull's here as well. Hello, good evening, Dull. Did you see my response on Discord? Yeah. Is there a reason why Gulfstream hate flight simulators? I don't know. I'm sure there probably is, and it will probably actually be a very valid reason. But what that reason is, I honestly don't know. Yeah. Now anybody is getting anything official from the manufacturers. The whole license thing is just marketing. I disagree. Have a look at Anybuilds. They literally posted their developers at the official, like, Airbus A350 simulators a couple of months ago. I know there are a lot of companies that will use, like, licensed by Airbus as marketing, but I think there are a few out there who will genuinely actually be able to, you know, it'd be interesting. Didn't know about Gulfstream. Are they really that ignorant? Well, I mean, it might come across to us as being ignorant because we're flight simmers and we'd love to see their stuff in the sim. But like, yeah, there might be a very, very, very accurate reason for it. I heard PMDG were planning to come to X-Plane some years ago and something happened and they didn't go ahead. They did go to X-Plane. They released the DC-6. And the way that the community responded to it and how toxic they were convinced them to never to release another thing for that platform again. So there you go. There's the answer. Gando on YouTube. Can you help me? I have a problem with the TCA. You can pop it into the chat, but I can't really do customer support for TCA stuff just at the moment. Apparently it's to do with its brand image. No, I mean, it might be a perfectly valid excuse. So, yeah. I saw your message. Yeah, okay, cool. Do you want me to reply to the email you sent back in November? Yeah, I mean, if you didn't respond to the email, there was no way I could have got anything back to you. So that's why you didn't get it. I mean, I don't know whether it might be too late now. I can try and reach out to Fly Tampa, but obviously it's been, well, almost half a year since the event. December, January, February, March, April. You know, it's been 5 months since the event. And all the other people who want to fly Tampa products, I think have already got it received. So I can try, but there's no promises now. When Gary messaged me and said, hey, there's somebody who's saying they didn't get their Fly Tampa product, and I'm like, I'm positive I messaged everybody, so yeah. Received your mini FCU today, took it out for a test spin. Hey, nice, Giraffe. Yeah, so HondaJet didn't provide the licensing, so like the aircraft they can still make, but it had to be called the H-Jet, didn't it, I think? Is Phoenix officially licensed? Well, I think the licensing for Phoenix, I think a lot of it will go through like the ProSim licensing, right? Remember? Because like the base of the Phoenix systems was built from ProSim, which has licenses. Again, this is something to remember, folks. Licenses do not equal quality. As much as I hate to say it, lots of companies, it's not really as prevalent now as it used to be, but companies will use officially licensed by Airbus as a marketing tool and nothing else. Having a licensed with a manufacturer basically just means that, like, you know, you can officially call it that title of that aircraft, and, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they've got the in-depth schematics of how the aircraft was built from the developer and have got, you know, emails of people who made the aircraft to, you know, to get feedback on things and get this stuff tested officially with, you know, like, that doesn't mean it at all. You know, you will see some developers literally just use it as a marketing tactic of, yeah, we're licensed with Airbus. It doesn't necessarily equate to accuracy of the product. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Officially licensed by Airbus. Yeah. Have I seen the video review of the Wing FCU? No, I haven't actually. Ethan's here. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Is the solar eclipse in the sim? This is what I've got. This is what I had earlier at Niagara Falls. Yeah, I'm not mentioning any company names. You guys can make your own conclusions from that. And it's not just one company, you know. Yeah. Did you see what happened to the Austrian A320neo? Yeah, it had a haircut on its horizontal stabilizer, didn't it? There was an incident at Heathrow with an A350 as well. So, yeah. Did you know in the 300 you can arm final approach? Yeah, you can do some RNAV approaches in an A300. I think it's specific ones that you can't do. It's like RMPARs or something it's not capable of or something. So, yeah. Cam, hello, mate. Good to see you. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, folks. Happy Monday, all. Sorry if I've missed any messages in the chat, by the way. Feel free to pop them in again. I hope we're all good. I hope we're having a lovely, 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 lovely Monday. We are chilling out on our way down south, down the Australian east coast today. We had a beautiful departure from Cairns, and now we're going to head all the way down past Mackay and down to Rockhampton. We flew into Rockhampton not that long ago. I think we did like a HondaJet or a H-Jet flight and parts on the GA apron or something, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Sorry, did I just see that? A380-800. What in the world? Why in the world does an Airbus A380 have a massive quarter of the whole chart taken up for it at Mackay? What in the world does business does an A380 have here? A340, A380, or 777. Interesting. All right. Well, there you go. It's pronounced Mackay. Sorry. My bad. But yeah, it should be quite a nice approach. And then going back into Cairns is going to be stunning as well. That's our approach, isn't it? Nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Maintenance, maybe? I don't know. Could be, I guess. How am I getting on with dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube? Well, honestly, I don't know if it's necessarily worth the faff. I was debating just doing it for the sake of there's no harm in doing it on YouTube at the same time. But I think my YouTube algorithm is just dead, having not uploaded any videos on it for 7 months. You know, I've got 44,000 subscribers on YouTube, but, you know, I think my average concurrent viewer count on my YouTube streams has been between 15 and 20. And it's not the end of the world because, you know, like the VOD stays up and then it's a video in its own right. And then they stay there forever whilst Twitch VODs, you know, disappear after a couple of months. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the other thing as well is that I'm having a lot of copyright faffs with it. So as most of you already know, I've had to mute all music and mute all Twitch alerts on the YouTube stream because even the chewy like subscriber song comes up with a copyright thing on it. And then for those of you who missed Friday's stream, we watched a Sam Chewy video and a Flight Radar video in Cruise. And I finished the live stream and looked at my emails a little bit later to find a crap load of things of copyright stuff from watching those videos. And it was fine because it said like, oh, you can edit it and trim out that section of the VOD, but it's just like, oh, it's just almost more faff than it's worth. So yeah. Did you watch Ian land the 737 today? I think I tuned into Ian's stream for all about 30 seconds today because I had a really busy day at work. And all I heard was, well, at least we got it down the third time or something like that. So I just assumed it was a standard day for Ian's stream, really. Henrik! Hey, 86 months. Thank you very much. Thank you, mate. 86 whole months. That's wild, dude. What's that? 7 years and 2 months? I mean, like, I might just keep going with YouTube anyway because, like, it stays as a VOD and everything like that, but it's almost more faff than it's worth. It was only really a test anyway, but yeah. It's just a shame that algorithm is so dependent. Like, I don't upload anything to my channel for 7 months and 44,000 subs are basically just eliminated because evidently nobody's getting any kind of notification. I'm not on any algorithms or anything on YouTube. It's part of the reason why I stopped uploading videos to that platform anyway in the first place. Thank you again, Henrik. Really appreciate you, buddy. That's a huge sub. Crazy. Can anybody help me with the 7878? Because whenever I download it and load into the sim with it, the sounds never work. This might sound stupid, but do you own the premium deluxe edition of MSFS, Jimmy? Sounds like a Kenko stream, yeah. I'd say Ian flew the 738 with all the skill he flies the BAE with. But that's... okay, interesting. I won't comment further. I do love Ian, but I am determined it's deliberate. I think in 8.5 to almost 9 years of streaming on Twitch, I've maybe gone around 10 to 15 times total. I'm pretty sure Ian does that in a week. That's not like an arrogant statement of, oh, I'm such a better pilot than Ian by any means, but it is so regular now that I'm like, how is this so regular? How is it possible to be this regular? There's Townsville, by the way. Watched the same Sam Chu video last week, was awesome. Yeah. Is Navigraph easy to get used to once you know what you're doing with it? Yeah, Navigraph is one of the best tools you can have in the sim. It's amazing. Pyro's here. Good to see you. Sam's here. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Is that where the Powerpuff Girl lives? Was that Townsville? I don't know. Weirdly enough, I don't know about the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, dull. I mean, as I say, because it's been 5 months now and all the other giveaway winners were dealt with straight away, there's no promises that Fly Tampa will even honor it. But I mean, the least I can do is ask. Yeah. The least I can do is ask, right? Yeah, I didn't watch Ian's stream. Where did he fly? Was it Jersey or something in the 737? I mean, to be fair, Jersey weather's been a bit all over the shop recently, so I don't know. Maybe it was really windy and that's why he went around. Makes a difference. It's not us taking 5 months to send it. Yeah, that is. Well, I am really hot on it when it comes to giveaways. I will admit. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but like post-world flight giveaways, I've got like a whole email folder structure and everything like that. I take it quite seriously, trying to make sure it's out the way and done with quite quickly. Otherwise, you will have occasions where it's like 5 months later of, hello, I've not received this. And then you have to faff to find it. Yeah, no worries, Del. No worries, no worries, no worries. We will see what we can do. What's the betting after all this talk of go-arounds that I'll go around now? What's the betting that we'll have to go around for some reason today? What happened with the Quality Wings 787 for MSFS? Quality Wings are basically gone as a company. Yeah. Oh, you don't? Yeah, Jimmy, that's why the 7878 will work then, because you don't own the 787. I'm surprised you could even load the aircraft, considering you don't own the Premium Deluxe. Yeah, so, yeah, Quality Wings are basically done. They're not doing anything by the looks of it. Starting to see the Eclipse now? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, it's trying to load me to a channel. Can you just, like, send the picture link? When is your CTP slot? Oh, so I did actually do a register of interest for Cross the Pond. And the slot time that they gave me was about 2 hours, I think, before the whole thing closes. So there's no chance I'll even get a slot. I think it's like from April... my slot thing was on the 12th or something like that. So that, like, right at the end. And I think that's the last day. So, there, I mean, like, I probably couldn't even do Cross the Pond anyway. But there's no chance with the slot time that they got given. So, I mean, it doesn't matter too much, does it? Have you heard anything on this one for some reason? After having MSFS in full screen and saved, whenever I shut down and start up, the displays are reverted back to Windows mode, so it's saving to a config file. If you mean your main sim and it just instantly goes to window mode on load up, please have a look on our forums, because like you would have found the answer to that weeks and weeks and weeks ago. This has been a known bug in Sim Update 14 and in Sim Update 15 beta for weeks and weeks. It's already fixed in Sim Update 15 beta and will go out to all players when Sim Update 15 releases. Super easy fixed. You just wait until you get into the main menu and press Alt-Enter. That's it. That's the fix. Or that's the workaround. And then when Sim Update 15 drops, it'll go out to everybody. Think the 777 we out for CTP? Your guess is as good as mine, mate. Is the FMC in your decks functional? Yes, exclamation mark CDU. Exclamation mark CDU. Sam, are the boys flying? I saw on WhatsApp people were going to fly. Given what VATSIM has been like the past few months, I don't even know I want to do CTP. I've not done CTP for years now. So, yeah. Kenko's is on 12th at 17:30 Zulu. Yeah, I think mine is about the same. So there's no way we'll get one. Notification of time to book. 12th. Yeah, mine's at... Okay, so mine's not as bad as Ian's then. My time to book is on the 12th at 14:46 Zulu. But when do they even open? I think they open quite a few days earlier, don't they? I thought the 12th is like the last day. Yeah, oh, they open today. Oh, well, yeah, then there's no chance. There's no chance. As I say, I didn't even know if I could do the event, but I just thought I'd have a look. There used to be a way where we as streamers could... what's this? We as streamers could basically message VATSIM to ask for a CTP slot that didn't replace... Like, it didn't, you know, like, kick somebody else off from being able to book. It was like they added an additional one for us. So they would kind of give us, like years and years and years ago, I would literally just message VATSIM and say, hey, I'd like to do this slot around this time for these two airports. Go. And they'd be fine with it. Then it became a thing of, hey, can you give us a list of a few different options, a few of the different routes you'd like to do? We'll compare it to other content creators and we'll try and give you variety and give you all slots. And they would just add extra slots into what was already available to the public. And now I don't even think they've done that. I think we're just the same as everybody else. It's just potluck as to whether we get a slot or not, which is fine. Like, I'm never really worried about it. Again, because I'm not doing I've not done CTP for so long now. I'm not really too worried about it. But yeah, it was nice because VATSIM was kind of, really apart from World Flight, Across the Pond is pretty much the biggest event of the year, or the two biggest events of the year. And it was always such a great way for content creators to give completely free, great promotion of the network and highlight it, to an audience bigger than, you would ever normally get. So it was always nice of VATSIM to then kind of return the favor of, hey, you're highlighting our network at an event in front of potentially 4-figure viewers. We're happy to give you a slot. But they've got no owners to do that. So, yeah. It's showing all of the slots on the website. Can we book one? No, you had to register interest to book a slot, which is already well past now. And then if you registered an interest, you were basically just out of a lottery system handed a date and a time that you could book a slot. So I registered interest and it said, hey, you'll be able to book slot. You'll be able to book a slot from this date at this time. However, there's no guarantee that there'll be any slots left. They might have all gone by the time that my time to log on and book one is. So, yeah. Trouble is that they don't really need the promotion anymore, do they? I mean, I don't think the network's ever going to complain about, more people getting eyes onto the network. I agree with you. Like, it's not like it used to be. The network is more popular than ever. And as I say, there was never any onus on VATSIM to do that. That's just how it used to work, Right, what's the runway length? It's 2,600 meters. You know what? I might do a flat 40 on this. What's our landing weight? We're going to lose a ton, so 64.6. I might do a flat 40. I've not done a flat 40 for ages. I think CTP is less relevant now. VATSIM is so busy these days that you can get real traffic. Yeah, I mean, CTP is always for the thing of just it's absolutely hectically busy. And it's the Oceanic segment as well. CTP has changed a lot over the years as an event. I still don't get the whole system of voting for airports. I really think they messed up on that one. Right, minimum's 370. So I'm just getting bits and bobs in whilst we're here. So obviously, as those of you know now, whenever there's a poll that goes out to everybody on the VATSIM network to say, hey, would you if you want to vote for your favorite airport to be included with Across the Pond, you can do. But I'm pretty certain most of the big ones get auto-selected anyway. I know there were a few in Europe that were, like the one in the UK, I think it's Heathrow, were actually asking for controllers and availability for controllers long before the window closed of voting for which airports were going to be included, because it's just a given that the likes of Heathrow and Amsterdam and all will get a slot. In fact, I used to do a thing a few years ago where those big airports like Amsterdam and Heathrow weren't included on the voting list, and they were just auto-included. And that was better because then it meant that, those regions that, it meant that if, let's say, 1,000 people vote on Heathrow being included, well, if Heathrow's just automatically included, that automatically means that those 1,000 votes can now go to other regions that might not get voted in, or, some people might not prioritize voting for because they think, oh, Heathrow would be a better one. So, yeah. I don't know. I might be waffling here, but, yeah. I never received any emails from them about the expression of interest thing. Well, it's you needed to just be proactive with it on the CTP website. Any info on if the 777 is going to be there before CTP? I think I've probably been asked this about 1 million times a day. I wish I knew the answer, Finn. I really do, mate. Your guess is as good as mine, unfortunately. No idea. No idea. I wouldn't, what I would say is I wouldn't count on it. And please, for the love of God, don't if you are one of those people who will send hate messages to PMDG if they don't get it out by a particular date that you think it should be out by, please just stop yourself from typing on the internet. The amount of time it's happened time and time again when there's like a specific event on or something, and like developers will literally get hate sent to them by the community because they've not released it by a particular event, when the only people who kind of like put it into their heads that it's going to release by that point is the community. So yeah, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Right, so flat 40, 141 for the speed, minimum 370, auto brake 3, landing elevation we'll put in as 50. We're doing the RNP approach, which comes in. So we're an Abvas. We've got a restriction at RELM below 6,000. That's already in. And then BASOB. And BASOB is the transition onto the RNAV approach. We should get it 3,400. Yeah, so it's a 3-degree glide path angle. Going around altitude is 3,500. It's about a 2,600 meter runway. We're pretty heavy today, but hopefully we'll be fine to land on here and vacate easily at Juliet. And then I'm not too sure what stand they use. We'll have a look at that in a bit, but it'll be on this main apron here, obviously. Let's go and check the weather. The weather was pretty rough earlier on at Mackay. Sorry, at Rockhampton. But we're just going to have a look. So this was issued at 1800 Zulu, so that was almost half an hour ago. The winds are 230 degrees at 4, so it is a slight tailwind, but it's only 4 knots. I'm not going to switch runways for that. No clouds detected. Temperature 19, dew point 18. The QNH is actually the same as Cairns. It's 1007. Or where Cairns was anyway. I'll just double check. We'll just make sure they're not using 3-3. Knowing my luck, they will be. I don't think there's anything going... Oh, that says 130 degrees 4. Let's do a quick searchy search on here. Oh, no, that's it. Cool, good. We are set up, good to go then, folks. TTP was much better in the old days. Level D 767 happiness. Now there's... Nah, I mean... I disagree. Like, there was something about CTP that always made it a bit of a laugh, but it was also a bit of a joke with a laugh. Like, trying to do voice position reps on old VATSIM audio codecs. Sorry, but if you like that, you are some sort of masochist. Because, my God, that was painful. I don't miss that at all. I feel like Rob won't say it won't be out by CTP because he's the kind of person to be like, I've literally answered it in other ways already, so stop asking. Oh, Rob makes a joke that whenever he gets asked by somebody when the release date of a product is, he always likes to tell them one day after the date that I told the last person. The thing is that you guys have got to remember that PMDG might not even have a release date yet. So if, you know, like, I'm not trying to say that they don't, but, you know, like, they might not have a firm release date set in place yet. They might have, like, a rough release window, but they might not even have a release date set yet. So if they don't even have one, how in the hell are we supposed to know? The old codecs were iconic. Yeah, iconic in how awful they were. Can't you do those now by CPDLC? Yeah, I mean, there's not even any position reports anymore. Nowadays, for VATSIM across the pond, you literally do your pre-departure clearance on the VATSIM website, and that's it. I don't even think you do position reps, do you? I don't understand why people can't just wait. It will release when it's ready. Oh, I mean, everybody's excited for it. You know, it's a... People aren't waiting and asking about release dates purely because they're so excited about it. Which I think is a good thing. You know, I would much rather have people coming into my chat asking me, you know, when something's releasing because they're excited about it than, you know, than not having anybody with passion in the community about something. It's always been the way that it is in Flight Sim. People asking about release dates. It's never going to change. So if you can't handle people asking, or like if you get annoyed about people asking about release dates, then you might need to set up some sort of word filtering mechanism, because it's always going to be the way. Have you thought about what your first flight is going to be? No, to be honest with you. I think it would depend on a various amount of factors. Obviously, if I'm the first person to stream the aircraft, I don't know if I will be. As I keep saying this, I need to give the caveat. Just because I have received PMDG products pre-release before does not necessarily mean I will again. By any means. Rob and the team have been really kind to give things to me before pre-release, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will happen again. So, you know, like, if I get it at the same time as everybody else, then I will probably wait to see what other content creators do, and then maybe try and do something a bit different, or fly to some different airports with a different airline and with a different livery that they've not done. If I am the first person to stream it, then that changes things obviously entirely. Yeah, I would quite like to do a delivery flight out of Everett. That would be kind of like my go-to, but yeah, it depends on different factors. Depends on different factors. I'd maybe do like a 777 delivery flight out of Everett to, I don't know, LAX or something like that. I don't even know where airlines take delivery of them. I'd do it with like a US carrier who does the 777-300s. Being excited for a product from a developer doesn't warrant sending hate mail. It's child, if you ask me. No, that's not what I'm saying. I never said that at all. And there's never a reason to send hate mail. That's not what I'm saying at all. The wording usual suspect was about people who are asking about release dates. It's a completely different matter altogether of people wanting a product and then sending hate mail to a developer if it doesn't release by a time that they've made up. Like, lots of people will just kind of get it in their head that this 777's releasing by across the pond, and then if it doesn't, it's all the developer's fault that it's not, even though they're the one who's conjured that one up in their heads. That's not good. Never condone that. God, no. Matthias Cox said no more pre-release. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I won't, you know, if Matthias is the head of marketing, so that decision ultimately comes down to him. You know, it's always worked very well when I've done a pre-release thing with them, and Rob's always, you know, been happy with the way that I've showcased the product. But if Matthias is the head of marketing, so it's his call. And as I say, I will certainly not be offended if I don't get the product early. And don't get me wrong, I would love to stream it early for you folks. I'd love to get my hands on the thing as soon as possible. But if I don't, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I've been kind of doing this long enough now to know, you know, like there are times where you might get some things pre-release and you might not with others. Have you seen the EIS 1 mod for the Phoenix? I've seen it, yeah. I've got a couple of friends who are Airbus pilots who say it's pretty bad. It's not realistic, but yeah. With PMDG products, you are always assured to get a top quality product. That's why they take their time before releasing. PMDG have been doing it for so long now. You know, I think Rob's been doing stuff in flight sim since the 80s because he's an old man. But like they've, you know, PMDG have been there, done it, and got the T-shirt before. Even though, you know, like Microsoft Flight Simulator is a whole different kettle of fish for them. You know, they've been doing it for a long time now. A lot of their developers have, not just Rob. And now, obviously, with Matthias as well on board, you know, he brings a wealth of experience in. So, I think that's always something that they've got going for them. It's very difficult for developers to know when a product is ready for release. Especially when, like, a lot of developers will struggle to take a step back and look at the overall product and kind of see where it is overall. You can, when, you know, developing something is literally your livelihood, your life, you spend so much time in the nitty gritty and the, you know, finite tiny details about fixing a bug or, you know, tweaking something, that sometimes it can be difficult as a developer to just take a step back and go, okay, where are we overall with this project? You know, when do we class it as release ready? I'm sure Phoenix won't mind me saying this, but, you know, there were many conversations about, you know, with testers and the Phoenix team of, okay, when do we class this project as V1.0 release ready? When is that moment? It's not like, I think a lot of people think it's like a light bulb with just people just kind of, you know, click save on a project and then go, yeah, there we go, that's done. Wipe your hands with it and it's gone. So yeah, it's interesting. I think pre-release streaming and stuff can only be a good thing, really. Community can see the reality of what they're spending their money on and does. I mean, there is that to a degree. I think pre-release streams are always great. It get, you know, like from my perspective as a content creator, I love pre-release stuff because it means that I can allow people an opportunity to see if they want to purchase something before it comes out, you know, and they can make their minds up about it, you know, without having to spend any money on it themselves. And obviously it helps developers get some excitement out there as well. There is a danger with pre-release though, and that's if the content creator doesn't show off the aircraft or the scenery or something like that to its true form, or how the developer would like it to be live streamed or shown in the pre-release. You know, if the content creator flies a particular product pre-release in an absolute state where they've just got no idea what they're doing, and it can very easily come across to a viewer as it's a problem with the product. And oh crap, there's top of the send. That's the danger with pre-release stuff, is that you can very much have all eyes on you as a content creator when you're doing something pre-release, especially if there's only a handful of people who are doing something pre-release. And then, you know, like you could say, oh, well, this aircraft is bugged, this isn't working, or just fly it like a complete lunatic and then blame it for doing something, whilst actually the product is potentially working completely flawlessly. It's the content creator who's not showing it off in the best light. And then there is the other factor as well, where you know, you might also have people who get pissed off at pre-release because they're like, oh, well, why do these people get it early? You know, but that's normal. Thomas, hello, 62 months. Thank you very much. No, not at all, Ollie, because I've done it. I've been there, done it, and got the t-shirt with things. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you, buddy. I mean, you can have, like, really overt things, like where you crash a plane. Like, we'll take a case in example, you know, so, you know, you can have a really overt example where you're doing a pre-release live stream of an aircraft, something messes up, and the aircraft totals into a mountain range or into the ground or something like that. That looks terrible for the developer of the aircraft. It might be a bug with the aircraft. It might have been the person flying it, and that can reflect really poorly on the products before you've even opened up sales. That's quite like a dramatic, overt thing, but it can be a small one. I'll take a personal example straight away. It wasn't pre-release, but it was still, you know, it was still in that zone of the Xonos Richmond scenery that we did the other day. One of my big criticisms of it was the static aircraft and the non-configurable option to turn them off, but being able to spawn in on top of them. That then obviously was shown in my content, and people agreed that they didn't like the fact that you couldn't do that. Xonos saw it, and now there's an updated version on the Orbeck Central where you can toggle off the static aircraft. But, you know, in that initial moment, in that preview, that was a negative point that I made, you know, and that can then, that can kind of do the same thing. It's a difficult tightrope between allowing the creator to express their honest opinions and making sure they show it off well. But this is the thing that's always been like, especially individualistic with me specifically and PMDG, is that a lot of people might not realize it, but you know, like I get things early from PMDG, not to show it off to you folks, but to actually give them feedback on stuff. I'm not a beta tester for PMDG, but Rob asks me from the perspective of a flight simmer, you know, and somebody who does these things all the time, long before my role with Microsoft, of, okay, hey, here's this, just tell me what you think. I might not be a real world pilot on specific things, but you know, like I can give some feedback on specific stuff and go, oh god, the mouse wheel acceleration, do you mind just taking a look at that? Or the positioning of the EFB, you know, actually one for the 777, the positioning of the EFB is really low down. And I said, hey, just like on a general thing, if people are like tabbing their views between them, they might feel like it's a real distance to go with the PMDG EFB being all the way down here. Is there any chance we can have like a toggle option so you can either have it on the windowsill, like it is in the 737, or all the way in the original position for it? So I don't know whether they're actually going to incorporate that, but that's the kind of thing that, you know, I bring to PMDG when I do stuff early for them. Is the Unibuilds A320neo being released for Sim Update 15 for free? Yeah, it's going to be a default aircraft. It won't be in the marketplace or anything. It's literally going to be released completely default. So when Sim Update 15 downloads into your simulator, the update, when it publicly releases, the INI A320neo will literally install with it. So yeah. No, Ollie, this was a FS weekend. I was seeing it at FS weekend and looking at it there. And I gave them the direct feedback in person. Brekka, good to see you. Hello, how you doing? Guess whose PC is completely broken? Uh-oh. It's me, a fave troll. I wonder if I'll be able to land the INI better than the Phoenix. I mean, there might be more stuff to come with the INI, but so far, I think the INI A320neo V2 is the aircraft that I am the most consistent with my landings. Like, if I go back and look at all of them, they're the one that I'm the most consistent with. Is it study level or close to like the Phoenix, for example? So, study level is a marketing phrase. Define study level. I feel like it will be my lasting thing in this community to banish the word study level. The phrase study level, sorry. That's a marketing term, so I don't quite get completely what you mean by study level. If you're going to compare it to the Phoenix, I think that's a difficult precipice to set it off, because the Phoenix is a completely third-party product that runs mainly external from the sim and is obviously a payware A320. So it's not going to be to the same fidelity of the Phoenix, but it's not trying to be. It's got a lot of stuff modelled in it, though, and a lot more stuff than you folks realise is modelled in it. Secondary flight plan, both CDUs are split. It can do RNP, AR down to 0.3 accuracy, which is pretty much what most real-world ones do. It's got all the engine cooling and the cranking. Got wheel temperature or tyre temperature stuff in it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much going to be one of, if not the most complex default aircraft in the sim. Just seeing the eclipses, nice. High fidelity, yeah, I think high fidelity is a much better phrase, because study level is so like subjective. If you've never flown an aircraft before in a flight sim, and then you get in the default Cessna 152 and you're learning the basic concepts of how to get an aircraft up in the air and down again, you could say that a default Cessna is study level for you, because you're having to study how to fly it. Yeah, I mean, comparing it to the fly-by-wire, I think both of them have got their advantages and disadvantages, right? There are things that are probably more stable at this current stage in the fly-by-wire over the INI, but there are features that are in the INI that aren't in the fly-by-wire. You know. So yeah, and don't forget, folks, you know, like there's, you know, the current state of the INI A320 is not like the final iteration of it. There'll be more things to come. There'll be more updates to it. MSFS is making you addicted. Oh, gosh. I think PSX or whatever Simfest uses would be more akin to study level. But again, I don't think you can define study level, though, can you? How can you not say that somebody getting in a default aircraft and learning how to start it up for the first time isn't study level because they're studying how to start the thing for the first time? That's them studying it, right? If we're getting down to syntax here. Right, we've got about 15 minutes to landing, so I'm going to put the seatbelt signs on. But yeah, I think that's the thing, Dexter. You know, like, you know, you can try out the A320neo. If you don't like it, you've got other options. If you do like it, great. There you go. You've just got an awesome new aircraft in the sim, completely default. No extra cost, nothing. Yeah, you can't do an extended centerline off the reciprocal direct in the flight plan thing in the INI. Yeah, I have asked them about it. I don't know if it's planned though. You love it when I talk syntax with you. Does it, you know, warm your cockles, Ollie? You should have a study level counter. Does this mean you're stir fry study level? Because I did have to study to learn how to make it. Yeah, study level stir fry, Katie. That's the one. Apparently you just stir and fry. Yeah, but come on. To make a good stir fry, there's got to be more in it than that on your checklist of items. The real question here is, what type of stir fry is it? MSFS airliner is nothing compared to DCS fidelity. How in the world can you compare the two? They're literally not the same aircraft. That's like trying to compare a Ford Focus to a Scania R420 truck or something like that. Chicken noodles and sweet chili. Very nice. Very nice. I don't know. There was just the first two things that came to mind. I don't know if you can compare an airliner in MSFS or any sim to a Hornet or something in DCS. They're not even this, you know, they've not even got any commonality factors between them. So we've got 63 miles to run. I feel like, I don't know why, we've been only in airborne an hour, but this flight has felt super long. I don't know why. I don't know why. 5090. Oh god. A 5090. We should be down in about 10 minutes or so. A couple of major DCS airframes have just had significant flight model updates suggesting that they weren't anywhere near right. Yeah. I honestly, flight model is such an I feel like you could write a PhD thesis on flight model in flight simulators. I really do. I really do. It's funny to, like, because the amount of people who fly an aircraft, like, I know people who fly like the same aircraft type who have differing opinions on which simulator is the best flight model. I'm like, bloody hell, if the professionals who fly the things can't even agree, how the hell as we as flight simmers agree? But then there's always, I remember it very well with, this isn't me throwing shade, it's just an observation. When X-Plane 12 came out, there was a lot of comments about how the flight model of X-Plane 12 was a lot better than the flight model of MS and was realistic. It was a lot better than MSFS, and X-Plane 12 was realistic flight model and MSFS wasn't. But yeah, but there was the same argument between X-Plane 11 and MSFS, which is weird because the flight models in X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12 are fundamentally very, very different. As far as my understanding of it goes from what I've heard from developers who have, you know, like this is why it's taken so long for particular developers to get their aircraft in X-Plane 12 over X-Plane 11. From my understanding of it was there were a lot of developers who were, and maybe still are, still really struggling to get their aircraft in X-Plane 12 over X-Plane 11. And it took them quite a lot of effort because of how much the flight model changed. So I'm like, well, if the flight model was supposedly really accurate in X-Plane 11, but now it's dramatically changed in X-Plane 12, and that's supposedly realistic, which is the one? Which is the one? Right, I guess I better stick a bit of those on. Speed's coming back. 1007. Oh, the winds are completely calm. No clouds detected. Good. It's fine. There was the argument about GA being better in one and jets being better in another. It's such a subject. If there's one thing to know, you know, somebody's interpretation of what accuracy is can be completely different from another person's. Even something that should be objective, like the accuracy of something in a simulator, will just become completely subjective. When you've got real-world pilots who fly the real aircraft, sometimes for the same airline as one another, fundamentally disagreeing on something in a simulator, as I say, it's like, well, if they're disagreeing on some things, how the hell is your average flight simmer who's never flown a real jet or something going to be able to come up with an objective stance on something? It's very difficult. We don't disagree ever. Never ever disagree. All I care about is, can I fly plane? His answer is yes, I'm happy. Yeah. And the thing is, look, I'm not necessarily saying that anybody's wrong, you know. If some people say that X-plane flight dynamics in a certain area are better than MSFS, okay, brilliant. That's your opinion. If you're, as long as you're enjoying your simming, and great. It's always interesting for me trying to form an opinion on something, having never flown the real thing. I was thinking about, I wanted to fly the A330-900 the other day. And I was thinking about the last time I hand flew it, and I felt like I was hand flying a yo-yo. It was just like this. And, you know, and I remember giving negative sentiment on it and going, it just feels like I'm flying a YOLO. But for all I know, that's how the real one could fly. I don't think it is, but, you know, it might be. Aren't they all games? Wait, where's the... I need to have a thing for this. I need to have it on like a hot button on my... there it is. On my stream deck. There we go. My favourite picture. All I know is if I've been flying IRL, I can't land the game. I think that's just a skill issue. How can you not just adapt instantly? Right, I really like this song, so I'm going to play it on the return. Yeah. I don't know what, as I say, this flight's been an hour and 5 minutes, but for some reason it's felt really slow. And I'm really being terrible at keeping up with YouTube messages as well. Supermarket Simulator. I don't know why, but whenever I hear Supermarket Simulator, I just think of Supermarket Sweep and Dale Winton. Is it because we're boring you? No, I'm more worried about whether I'm boring you. Poor old Dale, yeah. This is beautiful. Look at these views. Look at all those chickens. Switching to lurk mode? No worries. Lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. Right, I'll be a good bone pilot and keep things matched up. I can't take flat one just yet. Speed limit is 250. Got the decel point up ahead though, so we should be starting to slow down. We've still got 22 miles, so... Yeah, what about after Katie's flying in the sim? Does she forget how to land IRL? That's why Katie doesn't stream anymore. That must be it. Maps one. Right on the limit. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Maybe that's why... Oh, that headline. Benny was so triggered. Ah, hello there, Ham and Cheddar. Getting lower. How are you, my friend? It's getting dark outside and there's this dude cutting his grass. Maybe he's got, like, torches on it. Maybe it's some, like, MLG mower. And it's going to have, like, LED headlamps or something. I don't know. Night vision mower. Now that sounds... This is the kind of thing that we need to get us to be like, you know, more into doing tasks. You know, like mowing the lawn doesn't sound like a fun task. Add in night vision. Instantly way more appealing. On to go is checked. What we'll do is we'll put this down a... I'm going to put it down a like 400 feet platform out. Flaps 5. Night vision mower sounds like a metal band. That's it. But doesn't it? It sounds way more. It sounds way more appealing. I don't even have a garden, and I want to go mowing now. Well, I'm going to refuse to ever do any mowing if I'm not on a lawn. If I'm not doing it at night with night vision goggles. Nods make everything appealing, apart from very bright lights. Alright, speed 180. How could MSFS 2024 be so much better than what we have already? Or am I being naive? You'll have to wait and find out, mate. Oof, what a view, though. Lawn mowing simulator. I might not do the return trip. I might just download and play that. Thrill of Flight. Hello, how you doing? Thank you again, Thomas, by the way. 62 months earlier, buddy, with that sub. I don't know if you're still here, Thomas, but thank you again, mate. It's crazy how like a sub will just come in and I'm like, oh god, yeah, and then it, like, yeah, that's 62 months. Lawnmower simulator. What a way to spend a day. Farming sim? I miss farming. You know, chat, I've been wanting to get back into trucking recently. I haven't done truck sim for ages, and I'm kind of getting the itch again. I'm getting the itch again. Trace, hello, how you doing? Use the aircraft as a lawnmower. Well, you never know these days. You never know. Right, 8 miles. Let's go and turn off some alerts and things. I think I saw you at FS Weekend, but I didn't come and say hello. Yes, I was indeed there. I was indeed there. Time flew like nothing on earth. It was crazy. Right, let's go get down flaps 15. Why not? Some chewy trucking would be nice to switch things up. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was worried that, you know, like I was only streaming 3 days a week on this channel. And so, you know, I kind of needed to maximize every moment that I streamed being flight sim content. But I think now that I'm back to doing 4 days a week streaming, we can occasionally do a variety day every now and again where we do some trucking or something. Going to Riyadh this year? Yeah, I should be at Riyadh. Should be at Riyadh. I've not booked anything yet, but yeah, I'll probably be there. Got the solar eclipse in my place. Nice. Chewy Fortnite streams. You joke, but I used to play Fortnite. Fortnite Zero build. I used to play with some friends, and it was actually very good. Right, flaps 40 we're going. We've got about 10 knots at the moment. So we'll whack a little bit. Wish I could work 3 days a week. Ha! 12 hours a day, 4 days a week. And then 8 hours on a Wednesday. Wait, how many hours is that a month? So if I usually start, well, I get on my PC, I start work at 9 AM, finish at 5, and then I stream until about 9:30, 10. And I do that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Wednesday I just work 8 hours. What's that in a week? Okay, nice and stable, runway's clear, looking good. Too many. Yeah. Such a part-timer. Shocking, really, isn't it? 55 hours. So yeah, I work about 55 hours a week. Minimum. Minimums. I should have set go around. So now we've got VNAV out on there. That's fine.
Approaching minimums.
So yeah, I work about 55 hours a week. So if anybody dares say I'm not committed to this community,
Minimums.
I'll come knocking on their door. Don't mess around with the touchdown zone. Get it in. There we go. I feel like my FS Realistic isn't doing anything. Two brakes up. Reverse as normal. Yeah, it was a little bit of a plop, but I felt like we had two options there. We either float it and get a nice landing rate, or we get it in the touchdown zone. I feel like my FS Realistic isn't doing anything. Anyway, there we go. Forward idle. Get rid of the auto brakes. Lovely. Welcome down to Rockhampton, everybody. Probably a little bit of a plop. Probably not my best landing rate, but it was either that or getting out the touchdown zone, which I didn't really fancy doing. Especially because we wanted to make sure we got off here at this exit, which we did. Half the time Ian tries to butter it but misses the touchdown zone and has to go out. Well, this is it. Again, I love Ian with every bone in my body, but he prioritizes buttering it so that chat don't roast him on a bad landing rate. And then he flares about 8 million times to get a good landing rate. And then heavily misses the touchdown zone, asks the aircraft why it floated so much, and then has to go around. Right, let's get some of the lights off. That's all good there. I don't know why I've still stuck my logo lights on. Good! But it's good content. It's funny content. People enjoy it, and that's what counts. Kenko Loop. Is that what it's called? Right, so I'm not too sure what stand this Jetstar's on. I think they might be on... I'm going to aim for 1 and go all the way down the other end. I think we should be out the way. Beautiful. Well, that was nice. I enjoyed that one. It was 4,000 meters in baby rain. Bit of mist earlier on here when I looked at the meta before I started the stream, but as you can see, it's cleared up very nicely. So this is the Orbex Rockhampton scenery, by the way, folks, if you've never seen it before. Nice little airport, this. Nice little airport. Right, unpausing alerts. I need to check my my FS Realistic profile. Oh, we could have gone on any of these, to be fair. Might just do a hot swap to 2. Just made a korma that tastes exactly like the one from the takeaway, and I'm so proud, but did you keep the recipe? So you can repeat it? That's the question. How much cooking have you done today, babe? Of course I didn't. I never measure anything. See, this is why. Now you're going to learn from your mistakes. Because otherwise you could have repeated it. Oh, that's not great parking. Don't usually fly in Oz, but there's more scenery now. Yeah, there's some good airports here. You've made enough meals to last 36 days. How in the world have you done this with no freezer space? You had no freezer space. Where are you keeping it all? Right, that'll do. I don't know what's going on with that profile. You rearranged the freezers. Oh, fair. Right, okay, so parking brake is set, APU's good, 2 blues, 1 red, engines are off. Birds, it's probably, it's relatively warm. Beacon lights can go, that's fine, isolation, that can go there. And we'll go request deboarding, very nice, well, that was a good one. See, now this would be perfect. I'm like in the mood, I kind of want to do the return, but I'm also in the mood to do something else, but I don't really know what. I might see just what the flight time on the way back is like before I decide if I'm going to do the return. Why does it look like the engines are still spinning? Have they really got that much rotation still? Oh, that is a stutter and a half. It's like they're turned on still. Is there a way to import your flight plan into the CJ4? I don't know. There used to be a way, but now it's been updated. I don't know if there is. I think it's bugged from the latest patch. You're getting this as well. Right. Yeah, I did an update for it earlier on today. Yeah, so the landing rate wasn't amazing. It was a 315, but the G-force was fine. And, I mean, we kept it in the touchdown zone, didn't we? Yeah. Just on it. But had we got a nicer landing rate, we would have floated it down the runway. And, yeah, there was a chance we might not have made the exit. And had to backtrack. So, yeah, we'll take it. Just nicely on the centre line. And in the zone, we made it off where we were supposed to. Maybe some heli flying. Yeah, the problem is I need to activate all the scenery and everything for it. Ishiku, hello, how you doing? Oh, it looks like it's slowed down now. Yeah, it's sorted itself out now. I really want to. I'm just gonna tell you what. We're just gonna have a look, and we'll see what the flight time is for the way back. Let's go and have a look. Get some music playing. Just had the eclipse. Nice. Right. Let me go and have a quick peek. Because I want to do a nice approach into Cairns, but I also don't want to rush it. What runway are they using? We could use 3-3 for departure here, no problem, because the winds are calm. So that would help. Why is there no traffic? There's nothing. There's bugger all. The winds are completely calm. Oh, God. Well, if it's going in via a... It would probably be something like this, wouldn't it? It would probably be something like this. If we did a 3-3 approach. It's an hour and 20 back. And that's... Yeah, we got... Oh, it's weird. I really want to do it. What time would we land? We wouldn't almost be there until like 10 o'clock, would we? I guess that's not too bad. Right. Is there anything else I need to do? Yeah, just before 10, I think. That's fine. That's fine. I'll screw it. I want to go to Cairns. Let's do it. It's only taken us to 32,000 feet. Is that because of the winds? I don't know why it's not, because they look even worse at higher altitudes. Let's try a different one. Oh gosh, Becca. I'll have a look in a bit. That was an hour and 20. That's an hour and 22. Yeah, it's the same. I wonder what the real one did. They went all the way to 38. They went for it. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm in two minds. Part of me wants to do the return, but I don't know what else we'd do instead if we didn't do the return. Just think what's been on Saturday for the day. Are there any places you'd recommend for parking that isn't going to cost the earth? Don't park in Oxford. There you go. Do the park and ride. Research park and ride buses. Yeah, research park and ride buses. And do that instead. Don't try and park in Oxford. Just don't. I've not got Gold Coast or anything active. The only other scenery that I've got activated is Mackay. The kind of focus of today's airport, the kind of focus of today's stream was around, Cairns. That's the only thing. We could do a quick flight to Mackay. Even though it's not a realistic route. How long would that flight be? Mackay's always a nice one. And then we can do Cairns another day. That's 44 minutes. Should we do that? I've got the scenery activated. Should we go off book here and just do a quick flight to Mackay? 44 minutes chat. I don't want to finish the stream yet. But I honestly, I'm shattered. I don't know if I can be bothered to do the whole return to Cairns right now. I'd rather just do a second flight. Maybe do a quick flight to Mackay. And then we've still got another flight to do. So this is going to take us to 16,000 feet. Let's change that. Should we go to like 20? Should we do it? Do you guys mind if we go off book? And then we'll do a longer flight to Cairns. Like we can do like Brisbane to Cairns or something another time. Ah, Breadmaster, nice. Yeah, I remember seeing an eclipse when I was younger. Alright, screw it, let's do this. Oh, thank you, babe. That's very kind. It's Mackay. Sorry. Let's do it. I don't care that we're going off. Right, so I'm just changing things. Is the A380 in the sim yet? Coming out February 31st. Right, I'm just going to leave it like that, to be honest with you. Right, 914, that's fine. See, this would be like perfect if Beyond ATC was out, because there's no aircraft around, no ATC. There's almost no point in me being on VATSIM, but like it would be nice to have it. Cool. So let's go and get it set up. Got the 777 yet? No. Apparently somebody said that Matthias has said there's not going to be any pre-release stuff. Go. That's good. Right. So, oh, it's actually giving us the same zero fuel weight as the first one, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. Good. Oh, and it's giving us loads of extra fuel as well. So if we go into here and we go flight plan request, set fuel, set payload, and we'll do GSX as well. And then we'll select the route. Have you tried FS HUD? No, I haven't, mate. What's Beyond ATC about? It's basically AI ATC, but it looks very clever actually. Looks very clever. Might as well become a chef at this rate. Gosh. Well, is it out? No, I don't think it'll be too far away though before it's out. Don't think it'll be long. Adorable Alpha, hello there. Welcome, welcome. So we're having a slight, if you're just coming in, we're having a slight change of plans. We were originally going to be flying all the way back to Cairns, but we're just going to do a quick flight to Mackay instead, which would be a nice one. Gav, hey, 37 months. Are we doing the eclipse? No, mate. And then arrival. Don't know what the weather is. Gav, hello! Thank you for 37 months, mate. Blooming good to see you. Oh, there's no meta available for Mackay. That's helpful. That's gonna make this a faff. Thank you very much, mate. 37 months. What's that? 3 years and an extra month. Hope you're well, mate. Gonna call it a night. See you later, Sam. Have a good one, mate. When I fly the 737, it says your nav data is out of date. You need to update your nav data. If you're on Xbox, I don't believe there's a way of doing it, though. Right, let's have a look. So, yeah, I think 1.4 is favoured because you can just go straight in on the terminal. Oh, there's a VOR approach. Can we do this Welker arrival? What's our routing? Oh yeah, no we can. We can go Welker. So we can do the Welker one RNAV to Lumva. And then the RMP from Lumva. RNAV 1.4 from Lumka, Welker 1. Execute. And then we're going to grab that Welker to put it there. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, go and whack that in. Ash, yeah, really good weekend, thank you. How was yours, mate? Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Just coming in. So, we have got 3 points. Reserves. Wins 27 to 21. Good. I'm going to do some takeoff performance. So import from here, 3-3. We'll see if we can go from the intersection, shall we? Do you reckon we can go from Juliet out of here? I reckon we can. Is there any information on it, though? That's the question. Oh, I don't know if there is. Oh, really, Gav? Oh, lovely. Full weekend of sporting goodness with the football and F1. You've forgotten the Masters, the most important event on this weekend. Yeah, Masters on this weekend. Oh, that's Mackay, actually. I'm looking at the wrong airport. Aha! Taxiway Juliet 2176. There we go. Nice. So we can do TO2 30 here. 139, 142, 147. The 2,000 meter runway. Fair. Yeah, it's the Masters this weekend. Can't wait. I'm going to try and watch as much of it as I can. 30. Right, so it's flaps 5. Back to there. 141, 142, 147. Well, so 147 in. The runway heading out of here is going to be 328. Oh, does it look good, Cairns? And then the initial climb. Well, we've got to be below 7,000 feet. So I'll put that in. Headlines with some big players moving to LIV. Oh, really? Cool. Right, so that is all set up into there. We actually kept the AP running. I don't even think I ever went off it. No, we didn't. So we don't need to do anything with that. 20,000's into there. That's all good. Can we... Oh, yeah, nice. We can taxi off this stand as well. So we don't even need to get pushback. Oh, this is going to be an efficient turnaround, everyone. boarding's complete as well. This is going to be a super efficient turnaround. Right, yeah, let's go and get the doors all closed up and out the way. And we'll release the ground power. Parking brake should still be set, so we can remove everything from there. And then all I need to do on here is stick the the anti-collision light on. So all I need to do on there. Legs page on there. Get my TCAS on, and then we can actually start the engines. So packs off. Swing that across. What do you folks think about the idea of me occasionally, you know, it's not going to be all the time, but every now and again having a like a variety evening, you know, like whether it's trucking or farming sim or something like that. Sounds good. I think it would be nice to do. Self-maneuvering stands, yeah, they do make a difference. Alright, good stuff. Anything sim is good if you asked me, yeah. I need to set my Euro truck up again. The only worry about it is that I think Euro Truck Sim 1.5 is due soon, and so there'd almost be no point me spending a while like updating all of my mods and stuff like that for the current version until the new one comes out. You know, I might as well just wait. We could play American Truck Sim in the meantime though, I guess, couldn't we? You can always force Steam to stick to one of the game versions. Oh yeah, that's true. You can actually, can't you? Yeah, you can do it in the beta thing, can't you? Do you use pro mods? Yeah, I do, yeah. Yeah, pro mods is awesome. Oh. Oh, nice, Lilo. Oh, well, there you go then. Right, turn all of that. Flaps 1, 2, and 5. Go on arm L nav and V nav. That's all armed as well. All this rest can be armed. Right, let's go. I was watching. I was working earlier on, and I was gonna watch Ian or Jamie, but I feel like I lurk in their streams quite a lot. So it just came up. I was watching Trucker Dylan, who's a Dutch guy who streams his real life trucking journey in this really nice truck, this DAF truck. It's awesome. I don't know how he does it. It looks awesome though. Hey, Alex, 50 months. Hello there. Why can I not turn this aircraft more? Why? Hello, PMDG. What's going on? Hey! Yes, mate! Yeah! I thought we'd give it a go. Something a bit different. We were going to fly all the way back to Cairns, but it was like an hour and 20 minutes at best, so we'll do Cairns again and we'll do a proper approach into it another time. We decided to switch our plans. So we are doing a second flight, but we're going to fly to Mackay instead, which is about a 45-minute flight tops. Oh, that was a thing. I forgot. FS Realistic. What even profile am I on? I feel like all of my profiles are messed up. Oh, there we go. Now we've actually got some ground rumblings and things. Thought I'd turn the taxi on. I don't even know what mods are good now in ETS. It's been so long since I've played it. I think people just... I think that was always the thing that stopped me with Truck Sim, is that like whenever there was an update, half your mods broke, and there was always a faff finding out which mod was broken, and you know, like some people have got just crazy amounts of mods installed, and it was just kind of a bit overwhelming. I have got a spreadsheet of the mods that I like had installed, so maybe I'd just see if all of those are up to date and working, but yeah. Yeah, Alex, it's very nice. I actually quite like it. I mean, it's always it's always worth getting the Cairns scenery, I think, just for the actual like the place itself, like the actual approaches and departures that you get. Every time I go to play ETS, everything is out of date. It's a lot better now with like the Steam Workshop, where like you can set it to auto update things. That helps a lot. So I try and keep most of my mods from the Steam thing. God, turning this thing is such a faff, isn't it? That's gonna faff, so do it this way. Right, all the lights, everything's good. Let's go, folks. Always takes a few hours to get the game stable again whenever I revisit it. Yeah, I mean, I think I maybe used like 20 mods tops, and as I say, most of them were like really common ones on the Steam community. So like, you know, I knew that they should work, but I'll have to load it up sometime and check it out. God, that goes, doesn't it? Right. Here up. I'll have... Off we go! That looks beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at that. Be boring and put in the autopilot so we can enjoy the views a bit. I'll have a look and see if I can find my mod spreadsheet. Have you heard about an update? The DLSS thing. Some people say it doesn't even do anything, so yeah. I pulled you up on VAT Spy. You don't have your name on there, just your airport and VAT ID. Yep, that's perfectly within the VAT Sim rules. You don't need to have your name on there. That's been a thing on VAT Sim for many years now. ETS is beautiful in VR. I've never tried it in VR, actually. It's all about the Tobii eye tracker for me. Alright, that's all the way. Lights out there. Good, there we go. So we'll set us up to 20,000. Nice, there we are. Right, I'm gonna get some music on straight away, I think. Do you get a lot of shimmering on terrain and water with TAA? Not really that I notice. I mean, I've got like a reflection of the sun there, but no, not really. Batsim once asked my ID to... Oh, really? Oh. Turns out I may have updated the wrong DLL. Oh, dear. Oh, well. Yeah. I've not touched it yet. I don't want to risk anything. Oh, on into VNav path. $10 ago though. I've seen improvement with it, though Phoenix is still... I mean, like, for me, the performance in the Phoenix is now, like, on par with the 7.3. Right, total this off as well. Good. So, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be a very long flight, this one, everybody. Should be landing in, like, 40 minutes. So it's, like, 20:05 UTC. As I said, I hope you all don't mind that. I hope you all don't mind that I didn't do the return all the way back to Cairns. We will do it. Could you recommend any text-based guides on how to learn people to fly Boeings? Oh gosh, I don't know, to be honest. Text-based? Probably a flight crew operating manual for a real airline or something if you can find one. I use DLDSR 2.25x with the new DLSS file. What the hell is DLDSR 2.25x? I don't really know if I like the idea of faffing with lots of things. Like that. That sounds scary. I don't know why. FF United on the 320 watching for you. Oh, thank you very much, HWN. That's very kind of you. And thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. I definitely need to get my YouTube chat back on this monitor because there's a couple of messages that I just completely missed in YouTube. Right. Good. So we're doing the RMP into Mackay, so we don't need any sort of ILS things into there, do we? RMP 14, the minimum is 360. Whoops, wrong one. Airport elevation will stick at 0. So 2,000 meter runway. So again, we'll go water brake level 3, flap 40 on this. We're going to lose 0.9, so it's going to be about 65.2 for our landing weight. We're actually pretty close to max landing weight, aren't we? Yeah, we're about a ton off. So flap 40, 141 again, which is what we had for the first flight, so that's fine. The only thing then is the actual weather itself, because there's no METAR. So we'll have no idea what the QNH or anything is. I don't know if I can get one for somewhere nearby. I don't know if I can try and find one for something nearby. I very much doubt YTPK will have something. I can try though. Nope. Oh, I remember this, Mets. Yeah, the DLDSR thing. Yes, I tried it once, didn't I? And it was, and we eventually went off of it. But is it good now? Yeah, Alpha, we're doing a really quick flight. We're just doing a quick flight to Mackay. We were going to do the whole flight back to Cairns, but I'm going to do it another time. I'm pretty wiped. But I also felt bad just doing one flight. Speed 700 miles an hour. Where are you seeing that? Wait, it's 300 indicated. Absolutely zero shimmering when panning the camera and a lot smoother performance. How's it on the displays though? Because that was the real issue, was the ghosting on the displays. The only thing is that with the DSDR thing is with 4K. I remember it being a bit of a faff. Oh, I remember it also being a faff because I need to remember that. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but there was something that was a faff with it because I don't think it worked properly because oh, what's the word? I mirror my monitor to the capture card. So I don't even know if it even works. Adorable, I've got no idea what you mean, I'm sorry. Set standard barrel pressure till the altitude we need and cross-check it by 13 feet depending on the landing elevation. Okay. So if we're doing the RMP... Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we can always cheat it and just press B, can't we? The ghosting is still there. Oh, right. Well, yeah. I want to know something I used to play on expert and I couldn't do all the checklists as most of the stuff never worked. I think the 737 works very well. TTV Smokes Gaming, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. What's the landing elevation? 19. Okay, cool. That view looks insane. Look at that. What doesn't work on Xbox? And have you reported it to PMDG? $20,000 feet seems like a good altitude for this one. What? So when you do the, so when you do the checklist, I mean, try and not use the checklist feature in the sim. Try and actually, like, see if you can set up the aircraft without that checklist feature. Should be quite a nice approach into Mackay. It's always a fun one. There is like a circling VOR you can do as well onto 1.5. I think that was trying to take us in on a straight-in approach. But then we'd have to backtrack. You flew Ryanair to Liverpool. You flew Ryanair Liverpool to Spain, but your stupid mind forgot to raise the air stairs. Oh. That's never a good one. Check your overhead, make sure there's no lights. You would have had the yellow light on there. We've all done something like that, though. I think Ian took off with the door open the other day, didn't he? In the 737 on his stream? Did I load this flight in? No, I didn't. I think he literally took off, and then he went, like, gear up and looked outside and had a door open. Hey, 350, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, bud. Low fares, yeah, that's it. Oh, this view is insane. That looks better in there. Assuming you're using the Boeing yoke, how'd you get the gear in the 737 in the neutral position? Because when I put it, it gets stuck in there. Yeah, I don't think you can. Because it's just an up and down toggle switch, whilst the 737 doesn't have an up down. It just has up, down, and off. So yeah, I don't think you can. I swear Ian is a walking meme. I think so. I think so. So we're on this one, aren't we? Yeah. The Welker one. So the transition level is 110, so I'll whack that in. Found the biggest faff? Oh no. Getting a custom jetway to work in the sim. Oh lord. Guys, can I make a call out there to not to not message me about work things via my Instagram DMs? It's a pretty much guaranteed response that you're not going to get a response. Oh, Adam, 75 months. Hello, mate. How you doing, bud? Good to see you, my friend. Prime sub, 75 months. Hello. How are you, mate? Hope you are good. Hope you are good. Happy Monday, if there is such a thing, eh? You join us doing a super quick second flight just off to Mackay. Doing some East Coast Aussie flying today. The fact that you can't prime sub from the iOS app is so annoying. Oh yeah, do you have to go on the web browser? I think we should add a course about how to interact with content creators to the national curriculum. God. No. I don't mind people messaging me on Instagram, but if you're trying to reach me about something official to do with work and trying to get like a response or something official to do with work, and you're trying to you're trying to bypass the official systems by thinking that an Instagram DM will get a response quicker to you, it's just not how it works. We could call it manners. What are they? I'm even gonna do this. What is a manner? Cool, so we should just vacate literally onto alpha. I wonder if the solar eclipse is visible in the sim. Go and check out our well, this was a screenshot I got earlier on. But yeah, it's if you're gonna have a look at our Instagram, I think CD and Jane made a video earlier. I was going to, but it was the end of my work day. But yeah, I think there's a video on Instagram. Oh, yeah, Chris. Yeah, CD. Yeah, so I did some testing at Niagara Falls. So they've done they've done the video based off of my quick research earlier. So I found out that I loaded in at Niagara Falls, and I messed around with the time, and then I found out that if you turn off bloom and lens flare, you can see it a bit easier. So they've done a quick video kind of just showcasing that. Girlfriend just sent me this. Nice, that's cool. Yeah, it'd be cool if the sim did go dark with it. I don't quite know what the parameter thing is for that. There we go. Oh, I'm glad they did that video. That looks really good. I just saw this in the chat. All of my friends in the Pacific Northwest. That's amazing. Right, down we go. Down we go. For a quick little approach into Mackay. I haven't flown here for ages. I don't remember the last time we did here. I think it has to basically be 100% to go dark, or at least very close to it. Isn't the next one in like 2090 or something? Right, there we go. I'm literally... Oh, 12th of August 2026. Oh, but where will I don't know where that will be visible, though. It might not be this... It's different area, isn't it? I'm debating even seeing if I can get trucking sim set up tomorrow. I don't know how much time I'll have, though. I could even try and get some stuff done now. I don't know. I'm tempted. I want to get back trucking. It'll be limited to Greenland, Iceland, Spain, Russia. The UK will see a partial eclipse of more than 90%. Oh, right, okay. Should see the airport soon enough. Next one in the US is 2044. Wow, 20 years. How long until Asobo adds other sims into MSFS? I've literally got no idea what you mean by that question. I won't lie to you, Jay. So, no idea. Sorry, mate. I don't know what you mean. Right, so next restriction is 4,700 or above. I have it off, Alex, personally. I have it off. So if I set that, and then press B, it should actually give me the local. Where you could drive trucks and pilot planes. Gosh, that'd be wild. Yeah, Alex. I mean, different people do different things and have it working in different ways. I personally have it off. How's the new broadband been? Nice and stable? I don't want to jinx anything, but I mean, I'm absolutely loving it so far, yeah. It's just crazy, like, it's still not, like, mentally sunk in, if that makes sense, that I've got it. Like, you know, I'll download a scenery and it'll just be done. You know, I installed Cairns scenery earlier on. I clicked download, you know, checked another tab, looked back, and it was done. And I'm like, oh. And so it will still kind of catch me off guard sometimes. All in the same sim? That'd be wild. I've got good high constant FPS with no drops, but some panning jitters. I don't know if that's a VSync thing. Are you like using any frame gen mods or anything like that? Vortex, hello! Well, we said we were going to... I remember we had like a stream concept ages ago where we said we were going to do that. We were going to like do a flight, like a cargo flight to an airport. And then get in truck sim and find a trucking job from it. What internet did you upgrade to? Well, I was previously with BT. And I was paying triple figures for 50 megabytes down and 17 megabytes up. That was it. With a sports package and a landline phone. And now I've got the same sports package, no landline phone, and I'm getting 1 gig down and 1 gig up for less than half the price. Got frame gen. If you're using like a frame gen mod that is not native to your GPU or anything, I recommend you get rid of it. It's gonna probably be something like that, mate. Unless you're on a 40 series card. Who even uses landlines anymore? In all honesty, it just kind of, we've had one for many years. Well, we've had one, you know, ever since I've lived here and longer. And it just kind of like rolled over with our contract because it was the set, like the landline was with the same provider as the internet. And we used to use it quite a lot. Like a lot of family friends would only really have our landline instead of people's mobile numbers. And then to be honest with you, I never really you know, thought about cancelling it with my contracts after Papa Chewy passed away. And then, yeah. What's Dull got? Here's a total of the clip. Oh, very good. How did you get 1 gig down? I thought the max they offered was 90, 110. Not with my provider, no. They're doing tests on 10 gig lines where I live. I'm not with BT anymore. I'm with a different provider now. There's the airport. In some areas, they only offer like 1 down and 100 up. But, because they've literally literally like dug up the pavements and we've got the latest stuff. It's they've run loads of tests on it and they can support symmetrical upload and download, and then they're doing tests on 10 gigs and they should be offering us 5 gigs up and down within the next 6 months, which for a small tiny little market town in the middle of Oxfordshire is ridiculous. But yeah, Right, one to go is checked. Start to slow it back. Would you prefer living in a small town like now or a big city? No, I don't want to live in a big city. I used to want to live in London when I was kind of like university age, but no, definitely not. I've always lived in a... Well, the largest place I've ever lived is Winchester, which is a city, but it might as well not be. You're on 150, 110? I'd ring up them and Gav and see if they can offer you symmetrical. Because originally that was the offer. The original offer was 1 gig down, 100 up. And then after the latest tests, they realised that they could offer symmetrical. It might be worth it. Is it Ospina? It's always terrible there. I'm 150, 150. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, having the speeds that I've got now is amazing. Being able to upload videos for work and stuff like that, just like that, is awesome. I'm streaming to both YouTube and Twitch in 2K res now with, like, 10,000 bitrate on YouTube and 8,000 bitrate on Twitch, which is the maximum you can do on Twitch, by the way. So yeah, we're streaming 1440p, 60 FPS at 8,000 bitrate. Well, I think I put it at 7,500 just to give myself a bit of headroom. You know, and I'm also streaming on YouTube 1440p, 60 FPS at 10,000. And then, as I say, you know, just being able to download things for the sim so much quicker and everything. Yeah, like, it's well worth it for me. Well worth it. And it's all a business cost for me as well, remember. You know, it's all an offset on my tax. Right, so I'm going to put this down to 400 for the platform. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way, folks. Sorry that we didn't do the return all the way back to Cairns, but I don't think you all really mind, to be honest. We'll make sure we do Cairns properly soon. At least we've done a second flight and I didn't just stop after one. I'm glad we've done a second one. Don't let the tax office know about the sports package. No, so I don't do the whole thing. I do like I do what the cost of the actual internet line is. Fear not, I have a very good accountant. I have a very good accountant who looks at all of these things for me. Raidin, exclamation mark, time isn't a command. I don't know what you're trying to find, mate. I'll go non-standard flap 10 just to give it a bit more drag. I'm self-employed now. I should get yourself an accountant at some time. You absolutely should. Absolutely should. Because you'll be paying... It depends what country you're in, but 2 classes of national insurance. You'll have to do tax in advance. I can't remember what the official thing is. What is this box thing? I didn't even know that was a thing. You'll have to do like oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's not tax in advance, it's something else. Yeah, it's a pain. I hate it very much. Right. Might as well go all the way back. Flaps 40. Hey, doggo! 58 months! Hello, my friend. How are you? Good to see you, mate. Good timing. Look at that. Just before landing. And Aaron's here. Hello, mate. Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. Right, here we go. You're in the UK, I just do self-assessment. They're changing the NI soon. Yeah, if you do self-assessment, you still need to make sure that you're doing, like, your contributions well, though. Like correctly, though. No, why you do... Oh, shit. I pressed Toga instead of auto thrust disconnect. Silly boy. which means we'll get rid of those. There we go. Sorry, that's put me high on the profile there because I accidentally hit Toga instead of
1,000.
being stable by 500 in VMC, right? Speed's good. Oh, Steve, thank you for the raid. Good timing. Look at that. Just as we accidentally hit Toga on approach. Touch the nose down trim. Oh, hello there, Sunny Jim. It's been a long time since I've done that. Accidentally hit Toga instead of
500.
also thrust disconnect. Call it the tiredness setting in.
Approaching minimums.
Love this approach.
Minimums.
This final light. What's that? I don't know what that is, mate. Final light. Speed's good. Reshade. I don't use reshade. Don't recommend it.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes up. Reverse normal. Don't mess around it. It's only a 2,000 meter runway. We might have to backtrack anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Hey, manual brakes then. Forward idle. Lovely, there we are. I use NVIDIA filters. If you want to know what they are, just do ! filters. Lovely jubbly. Well, that was nice, actually. I really enjoyed that. Actually, just doing, you know, like changing it up. I want to do Cairns soon, so we will do a flight to Cairns. Oh, come on. I hate turning this thing. The turn circle's always weird. But actually, you know, we'll do a flight from Brisbane or something like that. Instead, and I think that'll be better. Yeah, it's almost a 3-point turn. It's a pain. Alright, there we go. Good! Clean up the aircraft then. That was a nice little flight. I actually really enjoyed that. Like a super quick... Oh, the flight time was only 35 minutes. It's supposed to be like 45. Robes are off. APU's actually good to go already. Lovely. Cairns is such a vibey airport. Yeah, we'll definitely go. I want to do the approach back into Cairns desperately. So I promise you we will do it soon. I don't know why those flaps didn't come up all the way. There we go. Yeah, I promise you we'll do it soon. Maybe we'll do like Brisbane up to Cairns or something. Or Gold Coast. One to go. Yeah, but Jez, that's at like a basic tax rate of like 20%. Does that include your national insurance contributions and everything? I tell you saw the A350 smash on Saturday. What, with the 787? Hey, Bounty, how you doing? Yeah. All good here, mate. Just finishing up. Beautiful. That was nice. I'm actually really glad we did that flight. I would have felt so guilty if I'd have just finished the stream after one flight. Even though I'm sure you folks wouldn't have been angry. Right, there we go. Beautiful. Well, I only installed this scenery as a diversion today. But I'm glad I did. Okay. Oh, fair enough, James. It's a beautiful scenery. Yeah, I haven't been here for ages. It was nice just to actually fly here. The aircraft flew nicely, didn't it? There we go. Yeah, no messing around with the landing rate. Look at that. Smack bang on the centre and on the touchdown markers. And even with flat 40 order break 3, we still had to do a bit of a backtrack. So I'm glad we didn't try and float it for a softer landing rate or something. Beautiful. Right, well then, my dear friendlings, I am going to finish up there for today, but thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoy those 2 flights to kick off the week. If you missed it earlier on, it should hopefully be a 5-day streaming week this week. Yeah, you heard me right. Oh, thank you, Bus. That's just where I want you to go. Tomorrow we'll be streaming here. Tube Liner Tuesdays are finished now. We finished that series, so I'll be streaming here tomorrow. No stream on Wednesday, streaming Thursday here, streaming Friday here, and Saturday morning as far as I'm aware. Becca's got some sort of like training at work on Saturday morning, so I can probably do like an overnight long haul on Saturday, and we'll land Saturday morning. And no, it's not a hint to the 777, believe me, I bloody well wish it was. But I've not heard anything. Rob's not even seen my text wishing him a happy Easter yet. So I've certainly not heard anything about the triple. So hopefully we'll do a 5-day streaming week this week, including an overnight long haul. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for now. I haven't, Crooks. No, I haven't, mate. I will see you all tomorrow, though. So tomorrow evening, I've got no idea what we're going to do yet. Absolutely not a clue. Wide Skies on YouTube says, good evening, am I late? I'm afraid we are just finishing. We're literally just closing off. I posted it in Discord. Nice, I'll have a look. Thanks, mate. Cool. I'm going to finish up there for now, but I will see you all tomorrow evening. I'm not too sure what time I'll go live because I've got a couple of meetings, but I will try and be live at a normal time. All right, my friends. Thank you to all of you who tuned in. Very much appreciated. Thank you for all the support today. All the subs and things that came in. Very kind of you all. And yeah, I look forward to some more flying fun tomorrow. I'll try and find something for us to do. Cool. Right. Have a good one, folks. See you later. Good night. Happy landings.
This tug didn't connect for some stupid reason, so what we're gonna do is it shows it's connected, but it's not. We're gonna release parking brake and just go.